Oh my god. I had the wrong controller plugged in. And by that, I didn't have a controller plugged in. Surely it's fine. Come back from the war. Steins Gate, are you okay? Hello, Nana. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. I was scared. Oh, heck yeah! How was that? Dude, I would love to see cherry blossoms. That sounds great. I love that for you. There weren't cherry blossoms? What? What the frick? I mean, to be fair, you say that, but I don't know... I don't really know how cherry blossoms work. Because, like... I follow this guy on TikTok because he makes bread. But he also runs. And he lives in New York, I think? And they have, like... a whole... cherry blossom park right now, and I'm just like, how? That sounds great, but yeah, I don't. So I mean, I fully believed that y'all could have had one. So I don't know. I'm just like, what the frick? I know we don't, or maybe somewhere in Canada has them, but we definitely don't here. Yo, Taiko! I love that. Ugh. And Kendo? Yo, that's also very cool. Very based. Bro, I am so sore. My legs are dead. So is my body. Ooh, live music is always great. It sounds like it was a fun time. The real question, was she singing the English version or the Japanese version? Both are the correct answers. Oh! Very nice. It's a banger either way, but they are like... different songs. But I love them both. Anyway, I'm just gonna freaking jump. Oh wait, hold on. I can look at the DM before we jump in. Yeah, we got a little 5 stream streak. I still don't know what those even are, but hell yeah. Yo! It's Makima! Why's she looking at me like that? I say as if that's not just her default look, but hell yeah. It's very cool. Booba. There was a dude painting himself to look like Piccolo, and he had some Gooner paintings. Nice. That's... Painting himself to look like Piccolo is just awesome, honestly. That's rad. Alright, where are we? I believe we're at the start of chapter 2. Actually, wait. What am I? You know what? Nah, it's probably fine. If I die, I die. What is my... Oh yeah, no, we're good. Oh, and I have mail immediately. I forgot. Time to freaking lock back in. I've just been busy, like, not wanting to move because I did leg day yesterday, and boy, that shit hurts. I haven't done leg day in, I don't know, like years now, because I don't like it. But I was like, I'm gonna switch up my workout, and because, you know, why not? I am reminded of why I stopped. You have legs now? I'm feeling them. I'm like hobbling around the house. It's bad. It's so bad. It's so dire right now, bro. Alright. It's the dawn of a new day, though. Let's see. What do we got? Shining finger. Wake up! I'm nocturnal, so I usually don't go to bed until the sun- I didn't get to look at the mod that makes this easier to read. This week was too busy. I cry slightly, but it'll be fine. I didn't forget. I just didn't have time. This week was a mess. Oh well. Maybe next week. Maybe. One of these days, it's gonna be slow again, and I'll have time. At least I'm here. That's something. Alright. I'm nocturnal, so I usually don't go to bed until the sun comes up. It's not so bad once you get used to it. Mail me when you wake up, okay? Moika. That. Wait, do I have like a billion? Oh, she just mailed me 1 billion times. I see these are all unopened. Okie dokie. Wait, does it say? Oh. Should I start from back here, I wonder? Because these are on the 29th. What does the game want from me? You know, maybe I'll try from the bottom to the top? That's 2047. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. Okay. Moika here. Are you a student, Okabe-kun? Are you on summer break? I love that she says who it is, and then she still signs her name. Okay. Schedule. Are you a day person or a night person? If you'd rather I email you around a certain time, let me know. I want you to reply as soon as you can, but I don't want to be a bother, so let me know, okay? Moika. By the way, I don't like talking on the phone, so please don't call me. Bye-bye! This is the girl that, like, said nothing when when we met her, right? She said, like, no words, basically. She's very chatty. Relatable. I just remembered. I didn't tell you my phone number. That's okay. I'm a lot more comfortable communicating by email anyway. What about you, Okabe-kun? Are you still asleep? Rise and shine. Have you talked to the super hacker yet? Oh. I'd also like to hear about John What's-His-Face. I'm super curious, Moika. And then that's the one about her being nocturnal. Okay. We're caught up. I love that I can't even respond to any of them. That's crazy. It's like, yeah, no, that's a future problem, I guess. Alright, time to lock in. Actually, it's already noon. We didn't sleep at all. Sleep deprivation makes the summer sun seem all the brighter. Bro, I can't wait till we see the sun again. That'd be cool. It, like, was kind of here the other day. Was that Friday or Thursday? I can't remember. I went outside with, like, without having a coat on, and I survived. It was, like, comfy. I don't want to jinx it, though, so we're not gonna dwell on it. Because if I think about it too much, then, like, third winter will show up, and, I'm not strong enough. I'm not strong enough for that. I really don't want to go outside, but I'm fed up with the humidity inside the lab. I chugged a bottle of Dr. P. My stomach protests. Maybe I drank too fast. I'm exhausted, my hands are shaking slightly, and my vision is cloudy. I could pass out if I'm not careful. Maybe I should take a shower. That should stave off exhaustion, if only temporarily. Bro, if your stomach is empty and you take a shower, that's how I pass out, personally, but Godspeed to you. That's like a disaster waiting to happen. This building has a basic shower room. There's no bath, but it's enough. The lab would be hell without it. Daru is at his computer, his back turned towards me. His right leg is bound. Not me with my left leg also bouncing. We're synced up. Win. The room is mostly silent, save for the electric fans humming and Daru's mouse clicks. Daru doesn't look my way, and he doesn't try to start a conversation. Neither do I. I don't have the energy. Outside is a sunny summer afternoon, but inside the air is stale and empty of life. Yesterday, that shocking experiment convinced me that the phone wave, named subject to change, was also a time machine. Yo, Mips! Coming in with the Prime Gaming sub for 54 months. Hello! And Marlon, hello as well! Welcome, friends. We're gaming. It's chapter 2 time now. How are you guys doing today? Mips, I'm still not over those cat pics, by the way. That little, like, crochet sweater was so cute. I feel like Squeak would never wear something like that. Although, I don't know, maybe she surprised me at this point, but, like, that was adorable. She's still wearing it? That's so cute. You're blessed right now. Okay. Also, all you Miss Mips, currently, I don't know if you watch the VODs, but, like, in the like 5 minutes that I've been playing the game again, we read a bunch of text messages, and this is like the aftermath of, hey, the phone wave is also a time machine, and no one has slept since, so they're freaking dying. Low-key relatable. But Kurusu didn't seem willing to accept the results. She just started screaming. Also relatable. Then she took a mad dash out of the lab. It was like she couldn't get out of here fast enough. As for Mayuri, she was depressed about her chicken and bananas, so she skipped her daily costume sewing and went home. Grudges over food run deep, I guess. She kinda real for that. Which leaves the lab empty, save for Daru and me. Our enthusiasm shot through the roof when we realized that the phone wave, named subject to change, had tremendous hidden potential. We nearly died of excitement after successfully sending an email to the past. Bananas, that is you, you're right. How do you feel about traveling through time and turning into a weird gel banana? So we stayed up all night doing experiments to confirm whether or not the phone wave, named subject to change, is indeed a time machine. I feel like the whole name subject to change, like, It's a good bit. But at this point, it's gotta, like... Well, maybe they're either gonna keep the name, or it's gonna have to be something, like, time-related. Because, time machine. I fear the future and can't return to the past. Bad. Yeah, okay. That's fair. The cat now has an antenna because she lost one of her whiskers and we put it on her head. Oh. That's kind of cute. The results, however. We went to the supermarket and stocked up on a wide variety of items. We tossed each of them into the phone wave, named subject to change, but everything failed. No change. Nothing happened. Is it only bananas? That'd be really funny. Also, if they went to the supermarket, they better have gotten some for Mayuri. It's like... Bruh. Well, I guess bananas and chicken. They owe her both. After the experiment, where the discharge phenomenon occurred, everything warmed up normally. No jellification. Oh! Hi, Sam! Yo! Sam made that vest? That was so cute! I love that. Why is everyone talented? Sam making a little crocheted vest. CD sent me a little, like a little crocheted turtle. Or, well, I guess he's not, well, yeah, no, he is a turtle. The colors just always make me, the colors are very lapras. I love them. It's on my shelf. Y'all are so, like, talented, truly. Couldn't be me. But I'm proud. I know Tony made... I think Tony crocheted, like, this big blanket, I remember? It getting put in the group chat. Me, I gotta, like, take up knitting. I learned how to knit when I was a kid, but that's about it. I don't know. Maybe. I could make Molly a little sweater. She can always use more. Suddenly, we couldn't get anything to happen. We still have no idea why. Nana, no! What up, my knitters? That's terrible. Man. First, let's review the problems revealed by this last run of experiments. Dude. We should watch Bob's Burgers. I still say no to The Simpsons, but I would be down to watch Bob's Burgers. Okay, but Bob's Burgers is visually appealing. And funnier. Like, every time it's Thanksgiving, or where that freaking scene shows up, and it's like Bob going to buy the turkey, and that guy hits on him, and then wants to like run away with him, and Bob doesn't know how to be like, no, I'm married, and then he gets like invested. I have to watch it every time because it's so funny. It's really good. Alright. Problem 1. Electrical discharge safety precautions. We removed everything flammable from the development room to reduce the risk of fire. We also prepared 2 fire buckets full of water, just in case. But that's not a fundamental solution. We'll keep an eye out from now on, but if things get dangerous, we should seriously consider relocating our experiments. Problem 2. Mass increase, when the discharge phenomenon occurs. The phone wave, named subject to change, suddenly gains mass for unknown reasons. Because of this, the microwave broke the table and made a dent in the floor. Brew! To deal with the issue, we placed the microwave on the floor. We spread cushions and blankets underneath. Wait! Did they get new tables, or how did they... What's happening here? They fixed the mess pretty quickly. This hides the hole in the floor, too. It's only a temporary fix, though. If we make any more holes, Mr. Braun is quite capable of raising my rent. I feel like that's way better than, like, taking you out, bro. And that's to say nothing of the calamity it will cause if it falls through the floor. Anyway, we need to find the source of the mass increase. If amateurs like us even can, that is. I'm trying to explain to Sam what's going on, but it doesn't make a lot of sense. Nor should it. We're just at the beginning, you know? We're new here, we're discovering time travel. Things are weird. Things are weird, Sam. We found a lady dead, but she's very much alive. And no one remembers any of the events surrounding it. Nothing's matching up. And now our freaking toaster oven via cell phone can send text messages back in time. Every single character in this is a freak. That too. Affectionate. For the most part. The first two problems pale before the third. This last problem is critical. Until we solve it, we can't even really experiment with the phone wave, name subject to change. Also, there is a lot of science. Like the most science. So much science. Problem 3. We're not even sure of the necessary conditions to send emails to the past. No matter how many times we tried, we couldn't pin down a single condition. We spent the entire night doing trial and error. We tried over 40 different things, but not once could we reproduce the discharge phenomenon. Oh, okay. Interesting. I had the idea that opening the microwave door was the key. That theory was proven false. There might be something else I'm missing, but for now, we're at an impasse. We started off in high spirits, but grew more and more frustrated as time progressed, which brings us to the present. Honestly, I give up. That's why I spent the entire morning lazing about like this. Another email pops up on my phone. I've been getting way too many of these since yesterday. You sure have, buddy. I haven't gotten a reply yet. Are you still asleep? You sleep too much, Okabe-kun. You're living like an old man. Well, I guess I'm not one to talk. LMAO. Anyway, let me know when you have something on the IBN 5100. Pretty please. Moika. Still can't respond to her. Rest in peace. They're all from Shining Finger. A woman called Kiryu Moika. I've never used email this often before. Even Mayuri only sends me 1 or 2 a day, and she's a teenage girl. Frankly, this is starting to get on my nerves. I saw how fast Shining Finger typed. That should have been enough to tip me off that she was a male demon. I was careless. Oh! You know, I take that as a compliment. I live here. I am the game. See, this is why I chose him. Because he looks like he belongs in a JRPG. It's too much of a pain to reply, so I ignore it. I finish off my bottle of Dr. P. My stomach gurgles. Again? Oh, she would drive me up the wall. But then again, this is why I have my notifications muted. Why the bandages on the face? Because I'm freaking dead today. I've been so much pain! My legs hurt so bad, I was like, you know what? Yeah, we're going with it. It's just how I feel, you know? I did leg day, and I am hobbling. It's very, to be TMI, it's very fall on the toilet to sit down. That's where we are. Please do not hit me with a bat. You know, everywhere from like my waist up feels fine. Please, I don't need to make it worse. But yeah, that's just... I was like, I remembered that the bandages were something in the model that I hadn't added, and I'm like, you know what, I'm putting them on today, because I'm dead. I'm just dead. Why does taking care of yourself hurt? Sam and I are playing a Sherlock Holmes game, and in the case we solved today, a guy was beaten to death with a fire poker. Oh! Concerning? I love that for you guys, though. Actually, Mips, you'll be proud of me. I bought so many Ace Attorney games. I spent so much. I spent not a lot of money. I spent $80 on like 200 plus worth of games. I rebought the first collection again just so I could have it all together since I only played the first game of that. I can't remember the other ones, but yeah, they're all on sale on Steam right now, and I was like, this is like, I think it was like nine games? Or, I don't know, it was a lot. I was like, this is a freakishly good deal. I'm just gonna grab these. So yeah. I hope I make you proud. I'm so sorry, Mayuri. I really thought it was Shining Finger again. That's my bad. That's my bad. Mayushi's spending money is getting dangerously low. You and Daru need to chip in too sometimes. You don't want me to get you don't want to get between me and my food. Man. What do we got here? Don't get angry. Next time I'll treat you to anything you want to eat. So keep buying more bananas for the sake of our experiments. You eat too much anyway. Go on a diet before it's too late. Bro, what do you mean? She's tiny. You're treating her. This is the only correct option, bro. This is the only option. And we'll buy a Switch 2 once I have a job. Yeah! Also, I'm glad that things are sounding good for that one job that you, I guess are getting. It's very based. Very, very big congratulations. I hope it all goes well. Alright. Get me out of here. I'm so hungry, I don't even feel like showering. I call out to Daru, who's hammering on the keyboard.
Nah. サンボに牛丼でも食いに行かないか。めんどい。
But beef bowl.
腹は減ってないのか？減ったけどさ。
He's broken, bro.
煮え切らない男め。
What is he doing on the computer anyway? Nailed it. It's okay. You're doing your best, old translation. I can't speak English either, so I get it. I'm curious, so I casually peek over his shoulder. There's an image of a futuristic-looking facility I've never seen before. Ooh. Richly colored cords crawl through a gigantic octagonal tunnel like the interior of a spaceship from a sci-fi movie. Based on the height of the people in the picture, the tunnel looks to be more than 10 meters tall. Incidentally, the people don't look Japanese. Daru sighs heartily. I don't know if the blank look in his eyes is from sleepiness, exhaustion, or if something's just wrong with him. Okay. Large hard-on coriander. Is that an incantation? No, a secret technique. Oh, Hadron, I can't. It's getting worse. Everything's bad, bro. I grab Daru's relaxed shoulders and wring them out. We're losing it.
ぼけているのか。
I blame Rintaro.
寝ぼけてないよ。
His fault.
そのラージハドロンコライダーとは何なんだ。
セルンだよ。セルン。その施設の実験装置。略称は LHC。マジ燃えるからおぬぬめ。
お前、人でないものにも性欲を。
I feel like that's what he does.
ねえよ。でもなんつうの、見ててワクワクするっつうの、ニヤニヤできるっつうの、そんな感じってあるやん。
Hold on. Do we... Where's my button again? Oh no, that's auto. If they talked about CERN before, they sure have. I got you. It's European Society for Nuclear Research. There you go. They are the world's largest elementary particle physics laboratory. They be researching particle physics.
そういえば少し前は工場や高速道路の高架下がたまらないとか言っていたな。
そうそう、あれと一緒。
Fictional CERN instead of real CERN? Oh, yeah, of course. It's the only way.
節操がなさすぎる。
Some things can be real, and some have to be based. You know, they gotta walk a fine line, keep you guessing. 2D, 3D, and even inanimate objects.
ジャンル分けして自分で興味の対象を狭める方がもったいなくね。
Bro's kind of real for that. And yet you'll do anything to avoid things that don't interest you. Hypocrite. Tips list 147. Someone this cute can't be a girl. What a tip! Truly. Truly. But hi, Andrew. What's up? His hear me outs would go hard. I fear they would. Bro's a mystery. I still judge him. Because he... Out of all of them so far, he is... You know... He is the actual, like... least normal. Because we all saw that nosebleed. But, I understand him. You know? In some ways.
セルンか。
Other times I want him to stop. Other times I'm like, no! Where's the spray bottle? That name. I've seen it somewhere. And recently. Where was it again? Oh, of course.
ジョン・タイター。
Oh! Always John.
ああ、ジョン・タイター？オカリンが言ってたのって、今アットチェンで祭りになってるやつのことだったんだな。
He sure is.
それは偽物である可能性もある。俺が言っているジョン・タイターは10年前に現れた方だ。
Yeah. Except I still don't know if we're like in the same timeline where John appeared 10 years ago, or if that hasn't actually happened, because our boy is the only one who remembers it.
10年前にも現れたん？同一人物？
I had hoped that Daru would remember, but no such luck.
とにかくジョン・タイターがセルンのことについて触れていた。
I don't remember all of it, but there's one thing I'm sure of.
タイターはこんな予言を残した。すなわち2034年までにセルンがタイムマシンを完成させると。
おお、タイムマシン。まさにタイムリーな話題じゃん。 でもそれって10年前じゃなくて今のタイターも言ってた気がする。
10年前だろうが今だろうがどちらでもいい。それより気にならないか、誰？この奇妙な符号はシュタインズゲートの選択である可能性が高い。
タイターって信頼できるん？
信頼できるかできないかはどうでもいいのだ。俺たちと奴は今タイムマシンというキーワードでつながっている。そのタイターが言及したセルンについて念のために調べたとしても損にはならないはず。
Vigor returns to my body. Curiosity truly is the greatest delicacy for a mad scientist like me. Anyway, the phone wave, named subject to change, experiment has hit a dead end for now. So it shouldn't matter if I make a little detour for this.
誰？セルンについて詳しく。
A time machine in their hands? That's got me concerned. You stop that. A laughing track is playing in the background. Get out of here, man.
OK。
Don't encourage
僕のセ
this.
ルンフォルダが火を吹くぜ。
What do you mean your CERN folder? What do you mean by that? What does he mean by that? Dar strikes his keys with renewed passion. Oh. You know what, Mips? I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say both. All of the above. He goes to the My Pictures folder and opens a folder literally called CERN. Incredible.
セルンは世界最大の素粒子物理学の研究施設だよ。ヨーロッパ素粒子物理学研究所だとか、欧州素粒子原子核研究機構みたいな通称で呼ばれることもある。
Maybe Sam's right. Maybe I need to get myself a CERN folder. Look at how everything's labeled so correctly. Kinda scared. Could never be me.
スイスとフランスの国境近く、ジュネーブ郊外にあってさ、古いところだと HTML や HTTP ワールドワイドウェブを生み出したところってんで有名。
ワールドワイドウェブだと？それってインターネットの？
Have y'all ever heard of the World Wide Web? WWW? It's also simply called the web. Let's go. You know, we got Hypertext Transfer Protocol, the communication protocol used to transfer data like HTML between a browser and a web server. And Hypertext Markup Language, a language used to design web page documents, allows the embedding of images, videos, sound, and hyperlinks. Yippee! Based internet, let's go.
ビンゴ URL の最初についてるやつ。
CERN invented that? All I know about CERN is what I read Peter's books. I never knew they were that amazing.
日本じゃそんなに馴染みはないけど、日本の研究チームも現在進行形で参加してたりするのだぜ。
The cat changed labs from Sam to me, FYI. You're winning.
セルンはどんな研究を？
基本的には素粒子物理学かな。
I like how I went back to double check of CERN for MIPS, and then they're like, yeah, don't worry, we're gonna go over it again too. We got you.
世界でも唯一セルンしか持ってない超でかい実験装置を持ってるんだ。いわゆる粒子加速器ってやつ。
But like more in depth,
低速汎用紙蓄積リング、
which is good
量
because I'm
子シンク
stupid.
ロトロンブースター、大型電子陽電子コライダー。で、ラスボスは世界最大を誇る LHC ラージハドロンコライダータン。
Tan. Otaku possess the ability to anthropomorphize in moe form. just about anything in the world simply by sticking tan on the end of its name. Daru's powers encompass even particle accelerators. To represent a non-human entity as a humanoid character, animals and military hardware are among the most common subjects, but anything can be anthropomorphized, even abstract concepts, chemical elements, and countries. Yeah, so true. Daru doesn't seem to notice my shock. He just brings up the next image. Daru's in his element right now, dude.
LHC はセルンの地下にある全長約27キロのサークル状トンネルに設置された粒子加速
Have
器
you
な
ever
ん
heard
だ。
of Cheaton? Yeah, of course!
陽子同士をそのトンネルで加速させて衝突させることで未知の素粒子反応を起こそうって実験を去年あたりから始めてる。
They are a great mascot, truly. Although, to be honest, I don't even know what they're the mascot of, but like, they're great. Those particles are booming in there. So hot. Wow. Thank you for your attention to this matter. Where's Aya? Can Aya put... Aya needs to put you in timeout.
まあ実験開始前はその実験でミニブラックホールが作られちゃうかもって噂もあったな。
Oh. Mini black holes. Sure, that won't be. Japan's craziest mascot is what the bio says. Oh, okay. You know, that tracks.
そのミニブラックホー
That
ルに
makes
地球
sense.
が飲み込まれる。宇宙がやばいみたいな。
It doesn't matter really. They're great. They're living their best life. And that's the important part. Mini black holes. I'm pretty sure Tider said his time machine used mini black holes. Are the things he said about CERN true?
現実にそうなる可能性は
あるわねえよ。セルンが公式に否定してる。もし仮にミニブラックホールが生成されたとしてもエネルギー量はすごく小さいから生まれた瞬間に消えるね。地球を飲み込むなんて全然
Them
無理っ
denying
しょ。
it doesn't mean anything.
だが火のないところに煙は立たない。
If I remember correctly, Tider claimed that CERN began time machine research in 2001. In 2034, they complete the time machine. Right now, it's 2010. If they actually started that research, it would have been 9 years ago. Oh god, I was in grade 10! Ugh! According to their official announcements, they only began experimenting in 2008. That's suspicious. Of course, that's assuming Tider's story is true. Some of Tider's predictions were on the mark, but most weren't. I'm also perplexed by how everyone around me seems to have forgotten about Tider's 2000 appearance. There's something important in Tider's tale. Or at least, I want there to be. Someone would say, he wants to believe. I gotta rewatch X-Files, man. And actually finish it this time. I take out my phone and put it to my ear.
俺だ聞いて驚くな。悪の陰謀の匂いを嗅ぎつけた。ジョン・タイターとセル。その2つの言葉から俺が言いたいことは分かってもらえるはずだ。ああ、そうだ。奴らは機関とつながりがある可能性が高い。偶然だと？おいおい、あまり俺を失望させるなよ。何？根拠だと？そうだな。あえて言えば、ささやくのだよ。俺のマッドサイエンティストとしての直感がな。奴らは世界を滅ぼそうとしている。ああ、ミニブラックホールによってだ。 だがもしもその技術を俺たちが横取りすることができたらどうかな。
Whenever I look at the cat in her vest, I get so happy and giddy. And that is the only response. That's correct. That's what you should be. And true, it has been. I still can't wait to find out later if the organization is real or... Like, I don't know what outcome I want, but I'm here for it either way.
当然だ。俺を誰だと思っている。すべてはシュタインズゲートの選択だよ。
Who do you think I am? Okay, calm down.
コングル。
I put away my phone, then turned to find Daru giving me an exasperated look.
お前は一体誰と戦っているんだ？
ダルよ。俺たちのやるべきことは一つだ。
I mean, judging by his character, it does seem like an elaborate bit. Like, they don't seem real. But with how these games are, I don't freaking know, dude. It could be. I don't trust anything, you know? It could go either way. He's also not an evil genius scientist. That's true. That's true.
やるべきこと？
I'm just here for the ride.
なんぞではない。引き返す。
What was that?
そこは全てを組んでにやりと笑うのだ。でないとスーパーハッカーらしくないだろうが。
I wanted him to say something like, well, why the hell not? So what's in it for me? And then we'd continue like this, grinning slyly the whole time. Yo, I think bro is too tired for that. Me. A week's worth of potato chips. I want potato chips! 10 days. You sure are a glutton. The dive makes you a hungry man. Deal. Get started. You got it, boss. Or something like that. Yep, a real cool conversation. But the real world Daru just purses his lips.
オカリンはいつも説明不足なんだっつーの。かっこつけるより先に分かるように話してくれ。
Man! Work with me here.
お前はスーパ
Oh,
ー
more mail. You know what? Get my Diet Coke.
ハカーって言うな。せめてハッカーにして。
あとはわかるな。
いや全然。
Yeah, where are you going with this? Because you still need to, like, mention stuff to him. Assuming this is... Well, actually, no! We did send something to Mayuri. It could be her.
セル、ハッキングしろ。
I should have saw that one coming. Daru stares at me in disbelief.
それはひょっとしてギャグで言っているのか？
ダル、お前ならできる。奴らの悪事を暴き、タイムマシンについてのヒントを手に入れろ。
悪事ってオカリンの妄想だろう。
電話レンジカッコ仮をタイムマシンとして使えるようにするか、このままただの打作としてラボの倉庫で眠らせることになるか、今が分岐点だ。
マジで言ってんの？
俺はいつでもマジである。
I look Daru straight in the eye as I answer. Hold that thought, bro. Okay, yeah, it is Mayuri. Just hearing that from Ocarine makes me happy. Ah, nailed it. See? What she deserves. The way they say hacker in the German dub of Jurassic Park is so funny. It's like, hacker. Beautiful. Looks like that made him understand my position. I'm surprised he's not a little more intrigued, but I suppose he has also been up all night and exhausted, so he's like, why are you throwing this idiotic idea at me? Daru sweeps the garbage off his desk and sits up straight.
どうなっても知らないぜ。
Posture check. Suddenly, Daru is bursting with energy. It's like his earlier lethargy was a lie.
交渉成立だ。すぐ取り掛かってくれ。
うは、みなぎってきた。
報酬のポテチ1週間分はスイスの銀行に振り込んでおく。
He's still bringing up the chips. Daru doesn't respond. He's already deep in concentration.
じゃあ、俺は寝る。あとは任せた。
I lie down on the sofa and let the clacking of Daru's keyboard lull me to sleep. I wake up, the twilight sun streaming in through the window. A refreshing breeze blows in, softly brushing my cheek. Daru's exactly where I left him before I fell asleep. He's sitting in exactly the same position. Not much has changed besides his typing speed. Oh, and now he's muttering to himself. I guess he hasn't had any success at hacking yet. I look around the room, but I can't find Mayuri. Ooh, Ferris. Yoma. When operating in the mundane world, you're supposed to be discreet, yeah. You don't want them to notice you. Remember, the summoning has taken 2,000 years to prepare. If it fails, everything will be ruined. Although I suppose that might make things interesting. Nyahaha! Oh boy. Okay. Yes. She is doing- She is also doing an elaborate bit. That I couldn't- I don't even know. It scares me a little bit, but you know what? I'm here. I'm here for it. Akiba part of the mundane world? Nonsense. This town has belonged to chaos for centuries. As it shall forevermore. Discreet. Are you suggesting that I, the great Hyoyin Kyoma, run and hide? You risk my ire, cat girl. I feel like I have to go with that one already. What are our other options? Ocarine hates it, for he feels being called out. Yeah? Which makes it funny. Is the church still devoted to the fool's errand? Even if they manage to resurrect their messiah, humanity's faith is less than 17% of what it was in his time. Mankind doesn't need decrepit old gods to save them. You, what are you scheming? Wait, that one's good too. Oh. I lied, this one sold me. I love some good scheming. Alright. So, we can't find Mayuri. Maybe she's not coming today. I guess food-related grudges really do run deep. I stand up and stretch. I don't want to bother Daru, so I don't say anything to him. I take a cold Dr. Pee out of the fridge and quench my thirst. Then I throw myself back down onto the sofa and start browsing @channel on my phone. And what perfect timing! Titer is currently posting in the thread. Oh boy. Alright, what do we got? So, John Titer. The Everett Wheeler motto is correct. Please look it up to learn more. It seems you're all still clinging to preconceived notions of time. Time does not simply run from past to future like a car on a one-way street. To be more specific, laws of causality do not allow contradictions to occur. If the result of an event, the effect, is changed, the event itself, the cause, also changes to prevent a paradox. That's why there's so few people who can observe changes in divergence. Divergence being the world line's % difference from the standard. Anonymous. Die, troll. You claim to be a time traveler without any proof. Next Anonymous. Stock trends, please. I'm counting on you, Mr. Time Traveler. That guy's cooking. That guy gets it. Curry Gohan and Kamehameha. If you can't observe changes in divergence, then how can you possibly measure it? Oh, I know. Your time machine has a magical device that measures it for you. LOL. Oh, and you still haven't explained how a research institution conquers the world. Details blocks. Anonymous. Oh no, humanity is doomed. What has science done? .jpg. Oh wait, no, it's not even a JPEG, it's JPG. Oh, what is his evil scientist Sona name again? It's Yoyin Kyoma. I need to get better at pronouncing that. I'm so sure I'm saying it wrong every time, for which I apologize. Have you heard him pronounce his own name? I have, and it like goes in my head and then out when I try to say it out loud, so I'm fighting for my life, you know? Oh, it's literally right there! Because he's freaking next. Actually, wait, no, I have to read the other. Oh yeah, the way he says it is iconic. But, yeah, that's his, it's his true name. So, it's great. Alright. Other anonymous. LOL, noobs responding seriously to troll thread. This Tighter guy's a shitty troll. Now we got Kioma. Don't you people have anything to offer besides insults? How about contributing to the discussion, plebeian scum? If you assume that time doesn't flow in a straight line, then the idea of time travel is much easier to swallow. In such a scenario, a time machine traveling to the past doesn't need to fight against the flow of time. I say Teeter's points have merits. By the way, wait, no, Tighter. I don't know, man. One of these days, I'd like to know more about CERN. What can you tell us about their current activities? Anonymous. Tell me which horse wins the next Emperor's Cup. I'll bet my entire life savings. Next Anonymous. Everett Wheeler model equals many worlds interpretation. Basically that means parallel worlds. What's with all the stupid name tags? This Yoyin Kyoma is more annoying than Tighter. You call yourself John Tighter, but you're fluent in Japanese. Writing in English would at least make it more realistic. You can't do English, can you? I was wondering that before. Is how... like... unless he's like, oh, I'm using Google Translate. But, can I ask you a favor, Tighter-san? My mom died last year in the Shibuya earthquake. If I stop my mom from leaving home, then I can undo her death, so please, lend me your time machine. Oh. Yeah! It's definitely the earthquake from the other game. It's so sad. You're gonna believe this time traveler? LOL. Without proof? Are you an idiot? Me? Yes. Alright. Now we got John's response. No one seems particularly interested in what I said about time not flowing in a single direction. That's proof that your preconceptions are deeply ingrained. Honestly, it bothers me that you simply accept that as the truth. I'm starting to understand why CERN was able to take over so easily. Whenever a major event causes divergence to change, the timeline is reconstructed to prevent paradoxes from occurring. For example, let's say that a major event causes this world line to diverge into a new world line. Call it World Line B. On World Line B, I'm afraid to say, @channel never existed. As the timeline is reconstructed, all your memories of reading and posting on @channel will disappear, to be replaced by memories of you doing something else. In other words, by changing the present, you change the past. I wrote about CERN yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro-black holes. By changing the present, you change the past. That would explain some things that are happening to Ocarine. But not the fact that he can remember. Alright, here's his response to, Curry Gohan. I desire only to quench my intellectual thirst. Unlike you close-minded fools, I will reserve judgment until after I've heard what Titor has to say. And then I will make contact with Titor and acquire his time machine for myself. The great mad scientist, Hyoin Kyoma, will have the last laugh. Suck it, sleazebags! Tell me the stock prices are effing die! I won't believe until you tell me! Dude, this freaking Anonymous is fighting for his life. I get it, but like, damn. Alright. Curry Gohan. That's not reconstructing the world, you idiot. That's altering people's memories. Who the hell can alter the memories of nearly 6.7 billion people? Do you even realize how stupid that sounds? I think I would have noticed if someone went and screwed with my brain. And what does any of that have to do with the many worlds interpretation? Do some research, lol. Micro black holes, lol. Wait, the future's a wasteland? That means I can be a road warrior and ride a mod buggy, right? I'm gonna go get me a mohawk. Anyone know where I can buy spiked shoulder pads? Yo, this guy's ready. Okay, I checked CERN's homepage. It says they've been experimenting since 2009. Can they really make black holes? Yeah, that guy's like, you know what? I've had enough science. It's Mad Max time. It's real @Chan hours. People are talking shit on the internet once again. Also, yes. Daru is hacking CERN. Where am I? Anonymous. What the hell is gonna happen? Does Titor have a mohawk? God, that's effing moe. Are you implying our brain makes the world? Are you saying the universe is a giant tree or branches or something? That's some Ava level bullshit right there. Go back to 2036. Ava reference, yes! Based. And then John. Is this how you reply to a specific person? Thank you for showing me. Reconstruction of the timeline and alteration of people's memories. I think they're essentially the same thing. Why are you so intent on saying they're different? With a few exceptions, nobody can keep their memories across world lines. Are we experiencing an exception right now? I don't know. They're reconstructed along with everything else when divergence changes. What's a road warrior? Ocarina must be the exception. I mean, if that is what's happening, I don't know, but it's kinda... maybe seeming like that? I don't know. But then again, it's gotta... something... it's gonna be really weird. Something is gonna happen, right? Whether it's world lines or time travel, like, I don't know. Because if we remember to... like, I don't think I'm making it up, but I'm pretty sure when we met Kurusu the first time, wasn't she, like, really confused by Ocarine? Because she had just met him prior, and but, like, he was saying that she was going to die or something, and she thought it was really weird. So then she ran into, you know, the one that we're following. Like, something's about to happen. Or, you know, yeah? Yeah, like, he needed to tell her something important. So there's something... I don't know if it's time travel, I don't know if it's timelines, but something is afoot! Clearly. But even more so in that way, because our boy was like, huh? What? But she had clearly spoke to a different Ocarine. Or this one at a different time. I don't know. Something fishy. We'll get there. Oh, my Roomba's done. Good job, Roomba. Alright, who's here? Anyone home? I'm immersed in a heated internet argument when an unfamiliar voice interrupts me. Also, yeah, Andrew, you're not wrong. Daru is objectively the more Reddit mod-coded. Wibbly-wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. Exactly! Alright, who's this unfamiliar voice that's interrupting us? Oh! I was gonna be like, how does she know where we live? But I forgot she's working for Mr. Braun. The door opens and a girl peeks inside. I recognize her. Are we in trouble? Does Braun know about the hole in the floor? Oh wait, no. It wasn't a hole in the floor, it was the table. So maybe it's fine. It's the girl I met yesterday at the Braun Tube workshop. When our eyes meet, she smiles. Oh, I completely forgot about that TV. Daru's typing gets even faster. Looks like he's in the zone. It would be a bad idea to disturb him with our voices. I nod to the girl and hurry outside. Look, man, Daru is on a mission. We don't want to disrupt that. That's why. What was this girl's name again? I think it was something like Aruma or Amore. Oh right, Amane! Amane Suzuha.
今我が相棒である天才が重要なミッションを遂行中なのだ。邪魔をしたくない。
My genius partner in crime, who is definitely not committing crimes right now. That's definitely not happening. Don't bother him. It's for the good of the people, though. Can we decide who to romance in this game? I don't know, but like, I would assume that each of the girls would get a route. That's my guess. I would assume that they all have routes, and then also there's like the true ending.
前も言ったはずだ。俺たちの秘密に踏み込めば、貴様も危険に巻き込まれる可能性があると。
未来ガジェット研究所って言うんだよね。
Freaking dying over here.
なぜ知っている？俺は説明した覚えはないぞ。まさか貴様、機関のスパイ？
I raise my guard and spring into praying mantis stance. But Suzuha just stares blankly.
下のポストにそう書いてあった。
Oh.
そうか。
I lower my guard. Why didn't she just say so?
知られたからにはしょうがない。簡単に説明しておこう。ただし、これは他言無用だ。
Suzuha nods firmly. Is it just me or are her eyes gleaming?
我ら未来ガジェット研究所は世界を影から操る闇の機関に対抗し、その支配構造を破壊するために活動しているのだ。ふーはははは。
へえ。
I don't like that. But yet I can't say that you're wrong. I don't know how I feel about it.
その闇の機関って。
Freaking ethical harem. I don't know, man. I'm sorry. He just keeps saying things today. It just keeps happening.
そうだ。
おお、やっぱそうなの？あいつら抱きすべき連中だよね。
She nods to herself for some reason. I'm not letting him cook. Just because I can't fully say that he's wrong, we're not letting him cook. And contemptible. I thought I was the only one who uses words like that in a normal conversation.
なぜ俺たちが今まさにセルンにハッキング中だと知っている
Please speak less truth. I pretend I do not see it.
ハッキング中なの？今？
I look the other way as I stare at Kurusu. Me and my big mouth.
いいからこちらの質問に答えろなぜ俺たちとセルンの関係を知っている
それは。いや実は昼間話し声を聞いちゃってさ、ここに立つと窓から聞こえてくるわけ。
Oh. Okay. The window. To the wall! Come to think of it, it was open, and Daru and I were talking loudly. But can you really hear us from here? Did she ever, like, ear right above it? Oh. I forgot they were up there. I look up to the second floor. The window is still fully open, but I can't hear a thing. Well, no one's talking up there now, bro. I guess Daru's working quietly. I look down. There's an unfamiliar bicycle parked in front of the Braun Tube workshop. One of those mountain bikes. Its frame is all sparkly, its tires mostly clean, it's probably new. It looks pretty fast, but whose is it?
私、昨日からここで働き出したんだけど。
Suzuha opens the Braun Tube workshop door with a wry smile.
これが予想以上に暇でさ、今日だけで4、5回は外に出たね。客来ないかなーって店の前で索敵しちゃったね。
Reconnoiter? Now there's a word you don't hear in casual conversation. I don't know. I think I had a stroke saying that. If I even said it. I'm pretty sure it means to perform reconnaissance, to scout an area and gather intelligence. Girl, are you good? Is she some kind of secret agent? I follow Suzuha into the store. So that's when I... Oh, thank goodness I don't have to look that one up. Yeah. The game helped us there, it's fine. They knew.
気になってついネットで調べちゃった。セルンの黒い噂についてもバッチリ知ってるよ。
Being a secret agent is her bit? Yeah, you know what? Sure. Damn, we were careless. Looks like we need to close that window when we discuss sensitive matters from now on. But if we do that, the lab will turn into a scorching hell. I mean, you can open the window up after. Damned if I do, damned if I don't. This poor guy needs AC.
絶対に他言無用だぞ
Or else Men in Black will raid us.
あ、わかった。これでも口は硬いから任せといて。
Suzuha grins and thumps her chest confidently. All is quiet inside the Braun Tube workshop. That gigantic TV isn't on. Mr. Braun's not here either.
店長はどこへ
たった今、君のテレビの修理が終わって出てったよ。
He probably went to see the chipmunk. He disappears during business hours every now and then. Whenever I ask him where he's going, he always says something like, I'm picking my beloved daughter up from school, or my beloved daughter has a cold, with a huge grin on his face. He dotes on her too much. It probably just annoys her. Anyway, just how irresponsible can you be to neglect work to see your daughter? Yo, that's crazy! He used to put a bag soon sign on the door whenever you left, but now he has Suzuha to take care of things while he's gone.
つうわけで直ったテレビはこれね。
Suzuha lightly taps the TV on the counter. Yeah, if only he knew a little about AC. I wonder I was gonna say, I wonder if they have one, but I doubt it. Because why would there be one down here if there isn't any upstairs? It's gotta be freaking warm in here with all those TVs, because this room is packed. So let's see. Who's my mail from? Oh! Luca. I baked cookies today. I had everyone in my family eat some and got their seal of approval. Would it be okay if I baked some for your lab friends, Master? Oh, and it would be great if you could teach me some more techniques with Samidare whenever you have time. Yes, I managed 10 practice swings today. Yo, we got cookies? Well done. We warmly welcome your refreshments. In fact, you can come cook for us every day if you want. I'll even provide you with a maid uniform. Oh my lord. You sure get along with your family. How many family members do you have, anyway? Daru keeps insisting that Shrine Maidens should come in pairs. The femboy cookies! You mustn't depend on me. Remember, all things come to an end. Every meeting heralds a parting. I can't hide from the organization forever, and the seal on my arm grows weaker by the day. When I'm gone, you'll have to take care of yourself. All these options are really good, I can't lie. I don't know why, but the Daru insisting that Shrine Maidens come in pairs is just funny to me. Yeah.
お代は1000円でいいってさ。
Damn manager. I bet he gave it to us just so he could charge repair fees. I reluctantly take a bill out of my wallet and hand it to Suzuha. She takes out a receipt. Apparently, it was already written out.
毎度あり。じゃあ持ってっていいよ。
まさか一人で持っていけと？
え？違うの？持ってきた時も一人だったんでしょ？
Don't you know it takes 10 times more effort to go upstairs than down? Defying gravity is no easy task, woman.
手伝ってもいいけど。そっか。もう力仕事も女がやる時代か。
He's like, man, that's crazy. She mutters, her tone pensive. How sarcastic of her.
誰も貴様に手伝ってもらおうなどとは思っていない。というより、貴様のような女子に手伝ってもらうことなど、この俺のプライドが許さん。
She got out of that so easily. You know what? Good for her. Applause.
今の男らしいじゃん。私惚れちゃうかも。
騙されるものか。貴様、嘘をついているな。
え？なんで嘘って思うの？
それはこの俺の能力の一つ、カラーリングジェントルマンが反応したから。
Coloring gentleman? What does that mean? This power allows me to see through lies. Liars appear to glow red, then they die. Yo, he's just like Betty! I love Riverdale, don't mind me. I will not elaborate. Suzuha's eyes pop, but then she clears her throat as if to hide her surprise.
それって超能力的なもの？
I love just mentioning something batshit insane from Riverdale and not explaining anything. That's like the best thing about Riverdale, honestly. When I nod, she whispers into my ear.
あのさ、君みたいな能力者って他にもあまたにいるわけ？
いるわけがなかろう。この俺がスペシャルなのだ。
I thrust my chest out as far as possible to display my majesty.
そっか、あまたにはいないのか。びっくりした。でもいるって時点ですごいな。やっぱセルンのせいで退化したのかな。
Where did you come from? After muttering some nonsense to herself, she finally nods in understanding.
でもさ、戦闘になれば相手の嘘を見抜く力なんて意味なくない？やっぱ 1000m 級の長距離狙撃を命中させられるとか、いかに効率よく相手の関節決められるかとかの方が重要だと思うな。
What the hell is she talking about? Is she a survival game otaku? Survival airsoft. A mock battle using air guns, primarily played outside in the mountains. Participants generally wear camouflage. Thanks, game. No, wait, don't tell me.
貴様。さては、機関のヒットマンだな。
I think she's training for the
ミス
Hunger
ゴルゴという
Games.
コードネームで呼ばれているだろう。誰に雇われた？
Miss Golgo.
いや、誰にも雇われてないし。っていうか、ゴルゴって何？
She's trying to gloss things over with an insincere smile. Her confusion is suspicious. Is it? That reminds me. I think I remember her saying some awfully disturbing things when we first met yesterday.
ちなみにさ、君の能力って他にもあるの？
あったとしても、俺を殺しに来たヒットマンに教えるものか。
君を殺しなんてしないってば。
己の能力を他人に教えるなど。
That's what someone who
自
was
殺行為にも程がある。
who was trying to kill me would say.
秘めたる。相手に悟られぬよう使ってこそ、初めて最大限の効果を得られるのだ。
ケチ。
何とでも言え。
Burning tension runs between us. Our eyes meet. Invisible sparks scatter. Hold that thought, I got another text. Oh. Shining finger. Okabe-kun. I want you to reply to me already. I've been waiting, you know. And please tell me the super hacker's address when you can. If we don't get cracking, someone else might get to the IBN 5100 first. Moika. He is never gonna respond. That's crazy. And then an email arrives to break the stalemate. I turn my attention away from Suzuha. This ringtone is starting to piss me off! It's most likely from that male demon shining finger. It sure was! I can tell without even checking. Tch, this is getting ridiculous. She's got some stalker qualities, maybe split personalities. I shouldn't have given her my address. I look at Suzuha and see her lying on the counter. She's playing with something in the palm of her hand. It looks like a small metal pin. Anyway, how can she be this lazy on her second day? I love CRTs was a lie too, wasn't it?
なんか渋い顔してるね。死亡通知でも来た？
Did you get a death notice?
あ？
What?
例えだってば。
What do you mean? She was just wondering if I got a death notice? How could she say that with a straight face? And what the hell is a death notice anyway? Do those even exist?
嫌な知らせでもあったのかって聞きたかったわけ。
I have so many questions about Suzuha.
似たよう
I didn't at first, but the list is now growing. This girl is hard to get a handle on. I really shouldn't let my guard down around her.
IBN5100 というレトロ PC にやたら執着している女がいてな。
Suzuha leaps up as soon as I speak.
IBN5100?
What are you, a sleeper agent?
知っているのか？
あ、うん。
Okay.
そうか。IBN5100 の都市伝説は有名だったのか。
I love weird women. Good thing this game is filled with them. We're surrounded. It's a good place to be. Maybe that retro PC is more popular with female otaku than I thought.
そうそう、都市伝説で知った。君はどの程度まで知ってんの？
IBN5100 を実際に探し回ってみたが、結局秋葉にはなかったというオチは知っている。
そっか。そりゃそうだよね。
何か知っている口ぶりだな。
いや、知ってるような知ってないようなって感じかな。私は知らないけど、遠い知り合いが知ってて、それをちらっと聞いたことがあるみたいな。
Another insincere smile. I wonder if they know each other or if it's a different acquaintance. I'm starting to think she's not a very good liar. You can tell she's lying whenever she smiles like that. Sure enough, she doesn't offer any other information. She just keeps that insincere smile plastered on her face.
貴様、何者？
Suzuha falls back down onto the counter with a deep sigh. She looks up at me from that position.
IBN5100 についてのさ、興味深い情報教えてあげようと思ったのにな。そんな目で見られたら教える気なくなっちゃった。
そもそも俺は IBN5100 になど興味はない。
I'm more concerned with CERN right now. Solving one of Akiba's mysteries won't topple the organization regime after all.
貴様を信用できる要素が一つもない。その面白い情報が真実であるかどうかもわからない。
Also, side note, I'm sure I've said it before, but I freaking love the music in this game, dude. Like, I know it's great in, like, the other games too, but it's just... It's such a vibe. I'm so here for it.
うわぁ、そこまで言う？確かに私、挙動不審だけどね。
Like, the music that we had, and then, like, this swap to the music of when the 5100 is mentioned, and she kind of, like, you know, becomes suspicious or whatever. It's good. It's real good.
じゃあさ、教えないけど、ヒントだけあげるよ。
Ooh, okay.
そんで、わかりそうでわからないもどかしさに身もだえちゃえ。
Girl, what?
実は IBN5100 には隠された機能があるんだよ。
A hidden function. That reminds me, I'm pretty sure that John Titor from 2000 said something like that. I searched through my memories.
確か IBN5100 には独自のプログラミング言語がどうたらこうたら。
嘘！なんで知ってんの？なんで？
I only vaguely remembered, but it looks like I hit the mark. I grin.
能力名サイズハング。俺は貴様の心の内を読み取ることができるの。
Yeah, I'd say one of the strongest features of the game is how it plays with music to set up the mood. It doesn't miss, like, so far. It's like this kind of, I don't know, it's like mystical, but like sci-fi, and it's just, it hits. I love when the music just stops. True, it does that well as, it does that, like, whenever it stops, it's always an important moment as well. Like, they be cooking over there. They know what they're doing. And I'm here for it every time. Like, it adds so much. For some reason, Suzuha covers her face with both her hands. She opens her fingers just enough to peek at me. That's not enough to escape my power.
全てはお見通しだ。天音鈴葉。観念するがいい。
とにかく IBN5100 には隠された機能があるの。 AP エリアベーシックが普及する前に書かれた IBN の独自のプログラミング言語も解読できちゃうのってさ、驚愕だと思わない？
Oh. Now I remember John Titor said the same thing in 2000, and right after that, an IBM engineer officially admitted to that function's existence. Short for a programming language. Programming language introduced in 1964, and we got Beginner's All-Purpose Symbolic Instruction Code. The Beginner's programming language frequently used in the 70s.
今や IBN5100 でしか解読できない失われたプログラミング言語があったりするんだよ。
Interesting tidbit. This actually happened? Ooh! Oh, that's neat. The reason Titor traveled to 1975 to obtain an IBM 5100 was because he needed that function. Maybe Moiko wants to use it too. Or maybe not. Shining Finger doesn't seem like the type who know about that sort of function.
だから IBN5100 ってすっごくレアな PC なの。
That's why the IBM 5100s are so rare. While talking, Suzuha keeps dropping her glance to the metal pin in her hand. She rolls it around with her fingers. I guess that's a habit of hers. Just don't stab me. I don't know, man. So IBM 5100s are super rare. Maybe if I get one, I could sell it for a high price. Bro's locking in. That could be a good way to raise research funds. But first, I have to deal with CERN. Interesting. Alright. The John Titor phenomenon did appear in post around 2000, 1999 to 2001 to be precise. It was looking for an IBM... What? That's great. That is actually crazy. Like, I think I remember CD, who's not here today, but he had looked up John just because when they first mentioned him in the game, and I think I like read the tips on it. Bro was like, this is way too elaborate. So he Googled it out of, you know, curiosity to find out it was real. But the fact that he was also looking for the IBM 5100 is like very cool. Just adds. And that machine does have a function that was unpublished. It could communicate with IBM mainframes of the time. That's so neat. Life in 2036 is very different from what it is today. Most people live on farms, growing their own food. All forms of commerce and communication are restricted. There's no travel, no internet, no railroad even. Most people never see another town, let alone a city. Science continues to advance, of course, but the vast majority of people do not benefit from this progress. Technology belongs only to those chosen by CERN and the Committee of 300. It's very peaceful. At least on the surface, there's none of the conflict you see in this era. There's no war? How is that possible? How did CERN resolve the situation in the Middle East? What have you got against world peace? Sounds to me like CERN's doing humanity a favor. This Titer guy stole a time machine from CERN, didn't he? He's the bad guy here. Die in a fire, terrorist scum. The world in 2036 is governed by CERN. All nations, even America, have disbanded their armies. To put it simply, civilization has returned to an 18th century level technology and exists under a communist system of government. Except now, that system works flawlessly. Right now, you should be asking yourselves, how that is possible? How does a system of government that collapsed in the 20th century exist without any discontent? The answer to that question is the reason I am here. Yes, I am a terrorist. There are others like me who fight against CERN. We think of ourselves as the resistance, but there's no denying that our actions are a kind of terrorism. Anyway, I want to hear more about the many worlds interpretation. You said it's been proven by 2036? How? I knew you were a terrorist. How many have you murdered? What if my kids are among them? Maybe I really should kill your father. Protect the future. Stop beating around the bush. Give us answers. You're one of those old men who participated in the student riots, aren't you? Filled your head with a bunch of bullshit and now you can't tell fact from fiction, am I right? Delicious nationalist tears, LOLOL. CERN probably figured it out. They've got a time machine to experiment with, right? And we got Kyoma. That would make you no better than Titer. If you're willing to face the consequences, then go right ahead. Titer, question. Did World War III take place as scheduled? Huh? We got that scheduled? Didn't put it in my calendar. My bad. Why'd you come to this particular time? Did you find an IBN 5100? Is John Titer plugging for the commies? I thought that went out of style years ago. I thought Titer was crazy, but this Hyoyin guy is even crazier. Get a room, guys. LOL. World War III. Lamau. Isn't there supposed to be an IBN 5100 in Akuba? Alright, John. As I've already explained, my goal in this time is to change the future. I'm posting here to warn you of what's going to happen. Perhaps convergence will render my efforts meaningless. But if even one person pays attention, that's enough. World War III? Is that something I said on a different world line? I would like to talk to you in private. Please email me when you have time. Of course, if anyone else would also like to email me, feel free. Serious inquiries only. All I've been getting is hate mail. Here's my address once more. Interesting that it's also a JP address. But alright. 20 hours have passed since Daru started hacking. Night gives way to a refreshing summer morning. I glance at Daru while browsing @channel on my phone. He's fidgeting even more. Now his legs are like pistons. His knees move up and down in harmony with the rat-a-tat-tat of his keyboard. The freaking urge to just be like, Ratata! Rat-a-tat! My brain just like saw the letters and was like, oh! Hold on. Actual words are being said here, not a Pokemon. Daru hasn't slept in about 40 hours, but he still won't get off the computer. Daru's gonna die. He's either gonna get it done or die. I don't know what's gonna happen first. I fear for him. I think... Yeah. No, that's fair. I was going to ask him if he'd like a break, but his entire body is exuding an aura that says, don't talk to me. Yeah. It probably is, but I think he definitely should take a break. Although I suppose he is young, so he'll bounce back. He'll be fine. I curl up a bit and return to my phone. My discussions with John Titer just aren't making sense. Not even Titer himself seems to know about the Titer from 10 years ago. It's hard to imagine that everyone on @channel is conspiring against me. But how else can I explain it? Out of options, I decided to email Tyder directly just as he told me to. He audaciously exposed his own address on @channel. I guess that's his way of saying, bring it on. In my email, I questioned the differences between his posts now and his posts 10 years ago. The current Tyder hasn't even acknowledged the latter. I only vaguely remember them, but they basically went like this. In 2015, World War III breaks out. Many people die. By 2036, the world is a nuclear wasteland. John Tyder travels to 1975 to obtain an IBN 5100. The IBN 5100 was necessary to revive technology lost in World War III. The IBN 5100 has a hidden function, the ability to read IBN's proprietary computer language, which predates APL and BASIC. But only certain IBN engineers are aware of that function, so it does not appear in the manual. In 1998, Tyder meets his younger self and his parents in America. But that not, like, cause something terrible to happen? That you're... Anything time travel is always like, you know... You're not... That's like against the law. That's... You're just not supposed to do that. But I guess maybe it's different here, I don't know. We're still learning. John Tyder was a soldier who volunteered for this mission. He's also an American. Furthermore, in 2000, Tyder correctly predicted the outcomes of some future events. The Peruvian coast earthquake in 2001, the election of a new pope, the outbreak of the Iraq War, China's advances in space, and so forth. Though we only talked vaguely about each one, they all came true. On the other hand, other predictions went unfulfilled. For example, the Y2K bug, civil war in America, the cancellation of the Beijing Olympics, the inauguration of America's first female president in 2009, and so forth. There's more, but let's leave those aside for now. Year 2000 problem, Y2K. Popularly known as the Y2K bug, at the turn of the 21st century, there was a concern over the possibility of widespread computer failure when the year turned 2000. In order to save memory space, old operating systems almost always abbreviated years to the final two digits. Hence, when 1999 changed to 2000, the last two digits would change from 99 to 00. If its programming didn't anticipate that change, the computer could erroneously assume that the year was 1900. It was rumored that computers in the military, financial, and government sectors might malfunction and cause worldwide catastrophe. To address this issue, countermeasures were taken in the mid-1990s to manually update every program. As a result of these countermeasures, the year 2000 problem was averted. That shit is still, like, crazy to me. I feel like it must have been fascinating to live through that. I mean, I lived through it, but, like, I don't remember. I was a baby. I was there, but was I? Are we sure? But that's such, like, a fascinating issue. It just, like, crazy phenomenon. Normal people didn't really experience much of it. Oh yeah? Is it just more like, I guess, the big companies freaking out? I just feel like every time someone, like, brings it up, it's always such, like, a huge deal. The work was absolutely grandiose in the background, though. Okay. It is still just fascinating. Also, just like going from 1999 to 2000 and being like, is the world gonna be okay? Oh? What's that? I'm going to ask him why those predictions didn't come true. Okay. Also, most of your predictions from back then didn't come true. If you're from the future, then why didn't your predictions come true? I'd appreciate a satisfactory explanation. Get 'em! Alright, let's send it now. If you can't answer to my satisfaction, then the current Titer is an imposter. Or it's a different one. This is your litmus test, John Titer. So what are your true colors?
トゥットゥルーおはよ
She's here! The Unix epoch problem, also known as the year 2038 problem, arises from how some computer systems store time as a signed 32-bit integer, which can only represent dates up to 031407 UTC on January 19th, 2038. After this point, the integer will overflow and incorrectly revert to a date in 1901, potentially causing significant errors in systems that rely on accurate time giving. Oh, good! So it's low-key happening again. Huh. Yeah, I hadn't even heard about that, but I guess it is still like 10 plus years off, but that's funny. But yo, my Yuri's here! Although, we are gonna have to wait a second, because I have to pee, so I'll be right back. Okay, I survived. Whew. It's all fun and games. It's like sitting, I'm like, ah, yeah, I'm good. And I stand up. It's like, oh god, my legs. Why did I do that? Oh. Anyway, where am I? Okay. Oh! The world will be obliterated by then. Well, I mean, to be fair, how many times has that happened? Like, what was the most recent one? The Rapture? That was something. That was a thing. Maybe. It's hard to keep track. I just remember seeing TikToks, and it's like, okay. I don't know what's happening, but alright. Alright. My Yuri, though, she's back. Looks like she's forgiven us for experimenting on her food. She's back to her usual smiley self.
こんな朝早くからどうしたのだ？
二人が2日連続徹夜って聞いたからね。差し入れ買ってきたよ。
Oh, it's nice.
そうか。それはご苦労。
Though, to be accurate, it wasn't 2 nights in a row. I took an afternoon nap yesterday. Yeah, I was gonna say, Ocarine went to sleep. Mayuri starts fishing through her convenience store bag. And then she takes out... canned Odin. A canned meal sold in vending machines. Each can contains a hot broth with various Odin ingredients such as boiled egg, radish, konjac, beef, and tofu. A popular Akihabara specialty. The canned Odin is still warm when she gives it to me. I open the lid right away and eat the beef. Mayuri and I have been together for a long time, so she knows what I like. And when it comes to canned Odin, beef is where it's at.
マユシーからのプレゼントだよ。1個270円もするんだから大事に食べてね。
最近バナナや唐揚げは食べ飽きていたところだ。今後もこの差し入れ出たの？
さすがにしょっちゅうおごれるほどマユシーのポケットマネーは多くないのです。あとバナナや唐揚げはマユシーが大好きだから今後も続けます。
Girl, you can buy whatever you want. Also, we're the ones we're supposed to be treating her. I said it in the email, therefore it's gotta be true. I consider saying, you'll get fat if you only eat frozen foods, but that threat's not very effective against Mayuri, so I hold my tongue. Her high metabolism prevents her from getting fat, so no matter how much she eats. I wish that were me.
あとね、他にはあるよ。はい、じゃーん。
Next, she produces a small box with a Rhinet illustration.
ライネットソーセージ。あのね、おまけでウーパに
Yeah, I was gonna say it's got a little Oopa on it.
すごく欲しかったから買っちゃった。
She sticks out her tongue with a shy giggle. Something tells me that in a few months' time, this lab will be neck deep in Oopa goods. Oh my god, sorry, I had a stroke. For real that time. Hey, Squeaker, you woke up? Did me go into the bathroom wake you? My bad. Dude, it would be so funny. I can only hope that the metal Oopa will become important. It's important to me. There are only a few things right now, like the cushion on the sofa, but that number is sure to grow exponentially. Still locked in, I would assume? Unless he's...
少しぐらい休んでもらった
Nah, I
方
feel
がいい
like
ん
he
だ
would have yelled or something.
何もぶっ通しで何とかしろとは一言も言ってないんだから
Bro would have been hooting and hollering if he actually got the job done.
ダル君のスーパーハッカー魂がメラメラバーニングしちゃったんだね。
そこハカーって言わないように。
An empty Diet Cola bottle comes whistling through the air. Man! It hits my head with a nice thunk.
ピリピリしてる。
Alright, who's this from? Oh! Oh, is this John? Never mind. I got too excited. But we got Amane Suzuha. First email. Thanks for exchanging addresses with me yesterday. I finally made a friend here. Yay, don't worry. I won't email you too much, and I might be slow to reply too. I'm kinda new at this email thing. It's okay to laugh at me. Did we do that? That wasn't an exchange. You took my address by force. I had no choice but to submit. Where were you living before? Haven't used cell phones much. All of these are kind of good. You know what? Let's... I'm curious, where was she before? Can we get some lore? Maybe? We'll see. Okay, yeah. Mayuri and I evacuate to a corner of the lounge and quietly eat the Odin.
でもハッキングって悪いことなんだよね。マユシーはね、二人にそういうことしてほしくないな。
ダルのスーパーハッカーじゃなくてハッカーとしての腕前使わなければ宝の持ち腐れだ
Incidentally, it looks like hackers hijacked CERN's system back in 2008. We found news articles about it online. That means even the inventors of the World Wide Web have holes in their security. Yes, I know. I mentioned it at the very beginning of the stream because the second I opened the phone, I was like, I forgot to look up the patch. Or I was gonna look it up through the week, but work was crazy again, so I just like opened the game and I was like, oh, surely next week I'll find it. I pray. Fans out here doing the real work? Bro, someone has to. If I don't find it again, don't look at me. But surely. Work has just been nuts. I look forward to it. It's gotta quiet down eventually. It's so busy that at this point we're gonna run out of stuff. I know at that point then I'll have other things to do, but like at least then it'll be like shorter days again, so I'll have like my afternoons. Alright. But yeah. I do appreciate the reminder. With his skills, Daru should have no trouble getting through.
それにこれはセルンの悪事を暴くため世界をかけて支配する巨大な闇との戦いなのだよ
悪いことは悪いことだよ。
Bad things are bad. You heard it here first. She's not wrong. Mayuri knows. That's unusual. Mayuri usually just accepts whatever I say. Well, I admit it. We are doing a bad thing. But it's probably for a good reason. There's no way we can stop now. I need to change the subject.
マユリ薩摩業にあるから牛すじをくれないか
え
I don't know how I feel about a quail egg. But then I also wouldn't trade my sweet potato. I love sweet potato.
ふざけるな。俺は牛すじの次にうずら卵が好きなのだ。
マユシンのうずら卵好きだもん。
ちくわで手を打ってくれ。
わかったよ。さつま揚げよりはちくわだもんね。
With that said, I skewer the chikua and put it in Mayuri's can. And I get her beef in return. Subject change complete. Mayuri really eats up conversations about food. It's so easy to manipulate her. Mwahaha.
もうすぐなんだよ。SQL のテーブル一覧さえ手に入れればパスワード特定余裕なんだよ。うへへへへ。僕をなめんな。
He's doing it? He's hacking? Daru started talking to himself. Looks like things are falling into place. Daru really is a super hacker. I think this is the first time I've seen him serious. Daru bends himself forward, staring holes into the screen. But all I see on the screen is the same string of numbers and letters.
おほ、来た来た来た。いいよいいよ。ほら観念して俺の前に全部晒しやがれっつーの。すっぱだかにされてる気分はどうだよ。ひゃっはっ
Calm down, dude. His eyes are bloodshot and he started rambling. He's losing it. Maybe the lack of sleep is getting to him. Daru opens up a new window, types in a 12-character string, and slams the enter key. An error sound rings. He quickly deletes that string and enters in a new one. He keeps repeating that sequence until finally...
おお、
お
来た来た。ID とパス一致。ひょっほー。ログイン完了だゴラ。死ねえなめんな。イエスイエスイエス。
User Jack? What enthusiasm.
誰？やったのか？
The smug bastard turns around with an expression of immense satisfaction, as if he's gone into La Petite Mort, a condition of mental and physical release unique to male physiology, characterized by a feeling of supreme calm and composure. Entering the state is almost like becoming an empty shell, also known as hyper sage time or saint time? Incredible.
ミッションコンプリート。
本当か？
わあ、すごいね。よくわかんないけど。
After 20 hours of agony, it's finally over. That's a French phrase for orgasm? I freaking figured! Also known as post-nut clarity, yeah? They just kept going, and then they were like, yeah, it's also known as sage mode. I'm like... You're saying a lot of words for what I think is something else, but okay. To show Daru my appreciation, I toss him an unopened Odin can.
仕事の後のおでん缶って最高すぎだろう。
よくやった。やはりお前は世界最高のスーパーハッカー。
ハッカーな。
あ、ハッカーだ。お前が敵でなくてよかった。それで世界滅亡計画の証拠は見つかったか？
Yeah, I was gonna say, on the one hand, bro needs to go have a nap, but also, what the heck can they see now that he's done this?
いや、まだ見てねっつーの。繋がっただけ。ま、ここまで来ればあとは楽だけどな。
What do you mean by this?
ならば疲れているところ悪いが早速調べてくれ。きっとあるはずなのだ。陰謀の影が。
はいはいやりますよ。でもその前におでん缶食わせろ。
You know what? Yeah, no, snack break first. So true. After a short meal break, Daru taps on his keyboard more nimbly than before. Bro's got his strength back.
手に入れたパスがセルンの誰のものなのかってのが問題なんだよな。
どういうこと？
セルンのデータベースに入ってデータのテーブル一覧をゲットしたんよ。 そっから11111111とか ABCDEFGH みたいな簡単なパスワード使ってる関係者に的を絞って ID 手に入れたわけ。
Incredible.
その ID の持ち主がサーバー管理者だったら最高なんだけど、さすがにそこまで運は良くないと思われ。
日本語で OK だよ。
右に同じく。
要するにセルンのサーバー管理者のパスだったならセルンの全身を舐め回すように弛緩しまくりだけど、そうじゃない普通の研究員か何かならおっぱいしか見せてもらえない的な。
Did you have to explain it like that, bro?
ダルクエッチだね。
Yeah.
エロい漂せな。つまり見られる情報が限定されてしまうということだろ。
そういうこと。サーバー管理者を特定してパスをゲットするのも時間の問題だけど、それはまた今度にするわ。さすがに眠くてあんま頭が働かん。
Yeah, go freaking nap, bro. It would be cool to push Daru any further. It's unfortunate, but overworking him isn't an option. Let's let him rest so he can regain his energy.
お、どうやら手に入れた ID は加速器部門担当者のものらしいよ。
サーバー管理者じゃないのか。
一発で当てるなんて奇跡でも起きない限り無理だっつうの。セルに何人の関係者がいると思ってるんだぜ。
何人
？6000人以上。
Okay. Yeah. Yep. Okay, that's a lot. That many?
とりあえずこの加速器部門担当者の名前はジャックさんのメールのログをちょろっと覗かせてもらおうよ。
And of course, the emails come up in English.
うわわ、眉は頭が痛くなってきました。
It's pathetic to flinch at the mere sight of English. It's okay, I do the same thing.
なんと書いてあるのだ。
翻訳しないと。
エキサイト先生にご登場願え。
そんなめんどいことしてらんねえっつの。
Who the frickin'? Oh. Dr. Excite, a machine translation site. Okay. Daru boots up translation software and auto-translate the open page. Yeah, I was gonna say, can't he just do that? Or unnatural Japanese shows up. The first line says, Happy New Year!
新年の挨拶みたいっすな。バカンスでスペイン行くとか裏山。
That email's normal. Nothing out of the ordinary.
こういうログを漁っていけばそのうちサーバー管理者も特定できるのだぜ。
他人のメールを勝手に見るのってすごくごめんなさいって気持ちになる。
Mayuri, just go to the other room. Just look away. Mayuri gets depressed and moves away from the computer. She sits on the sofa and hugs her giant Upa cushion with a sigh. I know we're doing something socially unacceptable, however...
俺はとっくに悪の道に踏み込んだのに何の良心の呵責も感じないのだ。責任は全てこの俺が取る。ダルやマユリに罪をかぶせるつもりはない。
うほ、僕オカリンになら掘られてもいい。
What? Ayo?
それはお断りだ。
Fair enough.
というわけでダルよ、心置きなく覗き見るのだ。
Truly a bi icon? Let's go. Daru, the super hacker?
オカリンって悪いんだ。マユシーは悲しいです。
Mayuri just like didn't even catch anything else that just happened. And that's for the best. That's of no concern to me. You just sit there and pretend your hands are clean. Upon further examination, we discover several emails with the title Experiment Report. In English, naturally. Looks like he sends emails like these almost daily.
LHC の実験レポートか。タイムマシンのヒントが得られるかもしれん。開いてみるべきだろう。
これ見たら確実にヤバそうだけどな。
That's what his lips say, but his hand still clicks on the email. What comes up is an unintelligible series of symbols.
これ暗号化されてる。
さすがに簡単にはいかないか。
ま、この程度の暗号を解くのはへでもないがな。
Oh. Nice super hacker. He's a genius, no doubt. Daru undoes the security in less than 10 minutes? The real-time sync is deciphering the crappy machine translation.
意訳すると
Translated into proper Japanese, it's...
Hi, ポール。
そういう演技は無用だ。
サイですか。今日付の実験データをサーバーにアップしておいた。LHC の調子は良好だ。あくまで LHC はだが。こいつはまるで猫みたいに気まぐれだが、ここ1ヶ月ほどは驚くほど素直だ。ずっとこの調子だといいんだがな。しかし報われない仕事だと思わないか。この子猫、大猫と言うべきか。はははははは。が稼働して9年になるが。
This fellow is obedient, surprisingly like the cat, though this fellow is capricious about this month. I think it may be this condition for a long time. Okay, so it does just sound insane. Great, okay.
この人類史を塗り替える研
Just, you
究
know,
は一部
double
の
checking.
人間の目にしか入らないわけで、もっとも公表されたらされたでいい晒し者になるのがオチだろうがな。世の中の連中はきっとこう言うだろうさ。今すぐロバート・ゼメキフをセルンに呼んでください。そうすれば1年と経たないうちに作ってもらえるだろうってな。
9年
Daru finishes reading. I rub my temples with my thumbs. Calm down. Let's sort things out.
今のメール、翻訳ミスということはないのか。
Did Daru notice something unnatural too? He's not joking like he usually does.
翻訳ソフトを信じるならミスはないんじゃね。ところどころへんてこな日本語になってるのは確かだけど。
だとしたら妙なことになる。
It sure doesn't make sense.
LHC が稼働を開始したのは去年の春ぐらいだったはずだ。だがこのメールでは9年前から稼働していたと読み取れる。
おかしいな。
The email send date is this year, 2010. So 9 years ago makes it 2001. John Titor posted this on @channel yesterday. The only other thing I can say is that you must not believe their lies. They have already succeeded at creating micro black holes. I gulp. If you read between the lines of this email, it sounds like they're doing some sort of secret experiment. Also, Robert Zemeckis is a super famous Hollywood movie director. He directed a trilogy of smash hit time travel movies about 20 years ago. I groan. No way. Was I right? CERN's hiding a major secret from the world? And it's related to time travel?
ダル、もっと調べてくれ。タイムマシン研究の痕跡を探すんだ。
マジでか。
I don't know if Daru is questioning my order or the possibility that CERN might be researching time travel. Either way, he begins tapping on the keyboard again.
どのメールにもタイムマシンって単語は出てこないけど。
Well, I mean, especially if everything was encrypted, I assume they probably can't even mention time machine. Probably why they were talking so weird. Or like, potentially. I don't know.
Z プログラムって単語がこの数ヶ月で100箇所以上
Z
使われてる。
program. Okay.
これ今 LHC を使ってやってる実験のことじゃね？
その具体的な内容はブラックホールの生成実験か。
どっかに資料は。お、見つけた。
Daru opens a PDF attachment. What do we got?
ほほう、なんかこれフランスとイギリスとオランダのトップシークレット扱いっぽい。
国家最高機密。
セルンは国家機関じゃないはずなのになんでだろう。つうか国家機密ってさすがにまずいんじゃね？
Bro, I think we were already in a little deep. But maybe that's just me.
構わん。詳細を調べろ。
いやいや、バレたらただじゃ済まんし。
We're in too deep? Yes. But we ain't stopping.
お前はハッキングで足がつくような無能なのか？
そうならないようにはしてる。
だったら何も問題はない。
See?
そりゃどうも。
Dar makes a slightly awkward face as he takes the file about the Z program and feeds it into the translation software.
5月14日。
Well, that seems bad.
第137次 Z プログラム実験レポート。
That immediately is not good. I don't know. Error human is dead mismatch? Alright.
なお、ミニブラックホール生成ミッションはすでに確立しているため報告は省く。第一に
Did they try to send someone through the mini black holes? Is that why they died?
Stop! Stop!
All of a sudden, Tider's prediction became a reality.
やはりセルンは LHC を使ったミニブラックホール生成に成功していたのだ。
公式には実験はまだ成功してないって発表されてるのにな。
That doesn't mean they were telling the truth, bro! This is what Tider was referring to when he posted, "Don't believe what they say." They gotta send Banana, though. That's the first human. True.
そもそも実験の目的は新しい素粒子反応を起こすことであってミニブラックホール生成じゃないし。
Daru doesn't take his wide eyes off the monitor.
だが実際にはすでにミニブラックホールは生成されている。
Is Gelnana or Geldana a grandma sent through a black hole? I mean... Oh boy. It could be.
みたいだな。
その先には
It could be multiple things. Can't wait for him to see the human dead part. That's gonna go great. There it is.
実験結果エラー。 ヒューマンイズデッドミスマッチ詳細は別紙ゼリーマンズレポートナンバー14を参照。リフターの調整および各局所は適合地点をオンラインとして確定できない限り実験は停止するべきと提案する。
どういう意味だ？
ヒューマンイズデッドって人が死んだって意味じゃね？
Yes, usually. Somebody died? Seriously? I groan. This isn't a joke anymore. Something very serious is going on here. Maybe we are in too deep. And what if we are? I'm not afraid. I'm not. After all, I am the insane mad scientist, Hyoin Kyoma. I can't stop now. I can't control my curiosity. Besides, now that I have proof of their evil deeds, ignoring it would just leave a bad taste in my mouth. My throat's gone dry. I swallow my saliva. In an attempt to keep whatever composure I can, I scold myself for being so faint of heart.
ゼリーマンズレポートというのは何だ？
Dar starts typing once I ask my question, but he soon clicks his tongue.
ジャックさんのメールには見当たらないな。誰かもっと偉い人かサーバー管理者のパスを手に入れないと。
ではそれは後回しだ。タイムマシンについて探してくれ。
さすがに出てこないんじゃね？
After that, Dar spends about 15 minutes fishing through the Accelerator Division Chief's email, but he doesn't find anything about time machines.
加速器技術委員会とか LHC 計画責任者とかって単語が出てきたから、その辺の ID を見当をつけて探すかな。そっちからならもっと突っ込んだ情報が手に入るかもしれんわな。
ジャックさんの ID では調べられないのか？
Dar shakes his head.
では今日のところはこれまでか。
ちなみにさ、今見てたのがセルンの一番でかいサーバーなんだけど、実はもう一個妙なデータベースがあったんだよね。
妙？
Oh, hello, my child.
バグってた。
It's buggy.
バグ？
Gotta go pee pee. My child has woken up from her nap. I fear she's getting rowdy on the floor. You gotta go pee pee? Okay.
いやバグっつうか、
Okay.
一応プログラムのコードらしきものは出てくるんだけど。
Mips has to sleep. It is that time. Understandable. Mips, you go sleep. Get some rest. And hopefully I will catch you tomorrow. Me, I am gonna get up. Oh, get up and go take this dog out. So, I will be back in a few. slow. Sorry about that. This dog sure didn't want to do anything. But, I had to feed one of the horses. Anyway, whoop. And I got a snack. So, it worked out. We'll be back for a little longer at least. Where am I?
もう意味不すぎてむちゃくちゃっつうか、全くもって解読不能です。本当にありがとうございましたっつうか。
暗号化されている可能性は？
あれは暗号には見えないのだぜ。そもそもプログラムとして成立してないんだよね。ただそんな誰にも見られないようなデータベースがなんで置いてあんのかは気になる。
Also, it is really cold today. I don't like it.
気になるな。
ちょっと解析してみるを。
Dar tries every trick in the book to crack that mystery database. But after about an hour, the pistons he has for fingers begin speeding up. Eventually, he just slams the keyboard out of frustration.
ああ、わからん。全然わからん。こんなん絶対プログラムじゃねえよ、ボケ。死ねかすが、ウェッケー
Oh, great! He snapped.
もうやめた方がいいよ。
Mayuri puts down her sewing tools and turns to Daru with a worried look on her face.
頭もよく回らんし、もう無理。
I was gonna say, did he actually, like, have a sleep? Did the rest happen? This is bad. Daru's breaking down. I know he ate. Maybe I'm pushing him too far. He's been up 2 days straight. He's probably at his limit. Okay, that answers that.
ご苦労だった。もう休め、誰？
うん、そうするわ。つうかさ、もしこれがバグじゃなくてガチでプログラムだとしても、作ったやつにしかわからんよ。
Look at all the FFs.
こんなん見たことないし。
A program unlike anything he's seen. In that moment, music burst from my pocket. I've got mail. Oh, it's from John! Let's go! Are you being honest? If everything you wrote is true, then we have a lot to talk about. Particularly concerning the IBM 5100's hidden functionality. Is that computer gonna be what solves that code? Is that what's gonna happen? Is that what's happening? Which I have not mentioned to anybody yet. I am indeed surprised that you know about it. However, I have not gone to the year 2000, though it is possible I may go there later. There are 3 possible explanations. First, the John Titor who appeared in 2000 is my future self. In other words, I go back to 2000 later and write about the things you have told me. But that would cause a chicken and egg paradox, wouldn't it? Second, you're delusional or making things up for the sake of serious discussions. Let's set this possibility aside. And third, you may have seen something I wrote on a different world line. That would mean that 10 years ago, you existed on a different world line than the one we're on now. However, that raises another issue. When the world line changes, the entire timeline reconstructs from past to future in order to prevent a paradox from occurring. That was proven in 2036. In other words, it should be impossible for you to retain memories of the previous world line. Unless you too are a time traveler, that is. Do you have any idea what the cause could be? Ah! Bro. Yeah. I gulp. Flash runs through my head like an electric shock. There's quite a bit of text, but what catches my eyes are the first several lines.
そうか。今点が線でつながろうとしているぞ。
何の話？
Mayuri looks at me curiously, but I don't have time to answer her. I'm frantically assembling the pieces in my mind.
状態だ。線。タイムマシン。
These things are all connected. And now, I have another piece of the puzzle. I shiver at my own brilliance.
ダルよ。もしかするとそのプログラムの正体判明するかもしれんぞ。
え、マジで？どうやって？
I aim my phone's camera at the screen displaying the supposedly bugged data and take a picture. I attach it to a message. Does this code look familiar? And send it to Titer. A mysterious database inside CERN. A program unlike anything super hacker Daru has ever seen. Its true form is...
俺のひらめきが正しければジョン・タイターが知っている。
Oh.
はあ？
Okay, he's cooking.
それはないわ。
なんとでも言うがいい。答えはすぐに出る。
We wait for Titer's reply. Though it's only been a few minutes, it feels like an eternity to me.
来た。
Oh, he just does it automatically. Let's go. I quickly open the mail. And its contents are enough to raise goosebumps on my entire body. Where did you find that at? That's written in a proprietary IBM programming language used prior to 1975. You can okay, so yeah, you can only decipher it with the IBM 5100.
やはりって？
What the frick, bro?
だよ。俺の予想は正しかった。
Well, now we gotta find one of those computers.
判明したぞ。そのプログラムの正体が。
If it's possible.
5100
Oh, it's so cute! I like it. That retro PC has a certain special function. In fact, for more than 25 years after it went to the market in 1975, nobody knew of it save a few IBM engineers. That function was first brought to light by the John Titer who appeared in 2000. A while after Titer posted about it, an actual IBM engineer admitted to the hidden function's existence. Which reminds me, I talked to Suzuha about this only yesterday.
APL や BASIC が普及する前に書かれた IBM の独自のプログラミング言語も解読できちゃうの
So how the frick does she know this?
思わない？今や IBM5100 でしか解読できない失われたプログラミング言語があったりするんだよ。
What an incredible coincidence. A prime example of synchronicity at work. It's almost like an almighty will is pulling the strings.
いいな。断じていいなだ。我らにとってこの発見はまさに必然。これこそがシュタインズゲートの選択だということだ。
Synchronicity. A meaningful coincidence. simultaneously? That's not... no, but listen, close enough. The feeling that two casually unrelated events have a meaningful, deterministic relationship. For example, a vase fell and shattered, and at the same time, my grandmother died in the hospital. Nearly everyone felt the synchronicity at some point in their lives. A concept advocated by Swiss psychologist Carl Jung, 1875 to 1961. Well, I want to know more about Steins Gate, bro. He just be saying it left and right, and it scares me.
互換性のないマシンを使って、なんでそんなわけわからんことを？
ならば聞くが、外部からのクラッキングに対する最高のセキュリティ方法は何だ？
In computer terminology, actions including illegal access to network systems and data tampering. Often confused with hacking, but hacking originally means the constructive study of software. Cracking, on the other hand, is a malicious act. Not anymore, I'm afraid.
そりゃスタンドアローンだろ。
Daru quickly catches onto my intent of my question. Standalone. A computer that is not connected to any other computer or network. Oh. Yeah.
IBN5100 でしか解読できないなら、それは疑似的なスタンドアローンってわけか。
ゆえに、そこに眠るのはセルンにとって最重要の機密だということだ。
つか、オーカリンはなんでその隠された機能のこと知ってるん？ソースは？
俺の頭の中に眠る膨大なインデックスに記述されている。どうでも言っておこう。
Bro. Man. Okay, dude. So true. So true. Tider said it himself 10 years ago, but Daru wouldn't believe me even if I told him the truth.
パクリ設定オツ。
I ignore Daru's retort.
マユリ、大事な話があるから集まれ。
ここからでも聞こえるよ。
She's like, bro, I don't want to move. Mayuri's sewing. She doesn't get off the sofa.
聞こえるとか聞こえないとかの問題ではないのだ。これは我ら未来ガジェット研究所にとって、いや、人類の未来にとって運命を左右する会議なのだよ。だからもっとこう秘密めいた感じというか、企んでいる感じを出したい。
It's important that we stare closely at the monitor and exchange dramatic lines. The atmosphere right now is too light. It's all Mayuri's fault. Girl is just
マ
vibing.
ユシーは悪巧みには参加しません。
Well, I can't have everything my way.
二人とも聞け。これより未来ガジェット研究所は緊急極秘作戦を発動させる。これは世界を影から操る巨大な闇との戦いの第一歩となるだろう。敵はセルン、世界的な研究機関でありながら邪悪な研究に見られた連中である。
オーカリン、声でけえ。徹夜明けにはきついっす。
You know, this right here, I feel, is how Suzuha heard him the other day. Crap, I guess I am being too loud. That kind of ruins the whole secret feeling. And the window's open too. If Suzuha is down below, I'm sure she can. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro! So I turn it down a notch.
いいか、世界にマッドサイエンティストは2人いらん。奴らに先んじられる前に我らが出し抜いてやるのだ。
Dude, she just needs to bring popcorn to work. She can just sit, you know, just stand there. Cause like... yeah?
やつらって？
Fascinating to listen to.
奴らは奴らだ。
Them.
あのね、マユシーは全然わかんないよ。
つまりこの秋葉のどこかにあるという幻のレトロ PC IBN5100 を手に入れる。
I make a magnificent declaration, but Daru just rubs his eyes and Mayuri returns to her needlework. Damn it. Is there anything you guys react to? We've uncovered a massive conspiracy here. Actually, wait, where's Karusu? Where did she disappear to? That she didn't, like, walk in on the hacking or anything. Where is she right now? Like, she was doing experiments with them and then she dipped for rest, I assume? But, how come you aren't excited?
僕探すのはパス。マジで寝させてよ。それとセルンの中をもっと探りたい件について。
I mean, to be fair, she is a genius, so I'm sure she's like busy with like actual life things, but you know, still.
そうだ。まあそれができるのはダルだけなんだからそっちは任せるね。では IBN5100 の捜査官は俺とマユリで。
無理だよ。
Mayuri makes an apologetic face.
コス作りもあるし、バイトもあるもん。
It'll be a party of one. So basically, you two are telling me this. I'm the only one with free time?
いいだろう。この件は俺が何とかする。そうと決まった以上俺のやり方に口出しは無用だ。分かったな。
また何か悪いことしようとしてる？
I mean, is it really that bad? Like, yes, we hacked the huge corporation, like the huge science corporation, but also they made mini black holes that they haven't told the public about. Someone died, and they're covering that up. Amongst a billion other I mean, there's bad on both sides. I feel like in comparison, our bad is not that bad anymore, you know?
いや、口だけじゃね。
It's fine. In the eyes of the law, yeah, it's bad, but like, the law isn't here. They don't need to know. I leave my useless comrades behind and stride gallantly out of the lab. We're on a mission, okay? I step out onto the street. Immediately, a bicycle skids to a stop in front of me. Oh, are we going on a mission together? This he probably has nothing to do.
岡部倫太郎。
Suzuha gets off her bicycle and gives me a strange greeting. I want to ask her, are you an American or something? But I'm distracted by her shiny bicycle. Right, she hasn't responded to that yet, has she? Because I did ask where she was from. It's the same bicycle that was in front of the Brawn Tube workshop yesterday. I guess it belongs to her. I wonder how much that set her back. I mean, it does look pretty expensive. You know, in a different life, this was probably a isekai. It could have been. It could have been Truck-kun.
なかなかのテクだな。
In a different world line.
自転車ってほんと楽しいよね。私、自転車乗るのってこの町に来てからが初めてでさ。
Didn't ride one as a child?
初めて自転車に？
そう、バイクはよく乗ってたんだけどね。
Oh! Oh. Okay. Isn't that backwards? To me, yes. Weird girl. And what's with that flashy braking back there? I think it'd be pretty dangerous if she did that all through the town. Beginners get cocky and get into accidents. You see that pattern all the time. If you're going to go full speed, at least wear a helmet.
今からバイトか
So she isn't wearing one. I wondered that earlier because when you first see the bike, it's just a bike. There was no helmet at all. Shaking my damn head.
さ
The Braun Tube Workshop shutters are open, but the shop itself never opens until around 11 or 12. I don't know exactly when. It seems to change with Mr. Braun's mood. I feel like that's the one thing. I mean, I guess there isn't a reason, but like we have the date, but we don't have. I guess we do in the mail, but like it's a little strange that there isn't a time.
ちょうどよかったお前に話がある
これから開店準備しなきゃいけないんだよね
She should take the shell of a CRTV, no screen, and use that as a helmet with her face poking out. I don't think that works correctly, but I can't lie. I feel like somewhere in there you could make like... You could somehow make that as like a driving advertisement for the store. You just see a girl like riding with a tinier CRTV as a helmet, be like, that's how you get more business right there. Like, where'd she get that from? It would just constantly be reminding people that CRTVs exist.
このオンボロブラウン管屋に何を準備することがある
ないね全く店の前をチョロチョロっと掃き掃除するぐらい中は掃除しようとすると店長が怒るしこれが完璧な配置なんだよって
So he's paying her to not clean? Can I get that kind of job? Something's wrong with that guy.
ならば話をさせてもらおう
でもな眠いしな
Suzuha, how do you feel like ditching your work shift? How do you feel like escaping and going on a mission with me? In other words, she doesn't feel like talking. Oh. I glare at her.
あまり俺を怒らせない方がいい
今すぐじゃないとダメな感じ
My glare is not very effective. She doesn't falter at all. But I still maintain my stern expression and nod.
じゃあどうぞ
Suzuha shrugs her shoulders as she locks her bicycle, and then she turns to me.
ただし手短に頼むよ
IBN5100 はどこに
不明
No intel yet.
不明何
不明
Oh.
昨日のお前の口ぶりは知っているように見え
知ってるのは私の知り合いだってば
Of course. A friend of a friend.
たならばその知り合いのところへ案内してもらおう嫌だとは言わせん拒否すればお前はこの世の地獄を見ることに
I think the dynamic between these two has got to be the weirdest. But, like, I like it. Because every time... I don't know, she'll seem like she's just kind of, you know, like another ditzy girl. And then she'll just, like clap back at him. And it's kind of great, I can't lie.
無理
Come on, I even said I'd show you a living hell. Plus, I feel like with the majority of everyone else, he's like, I don't know, nice? I mean, he is nice to her, but also he just said he'd show her a living hell, you know? Like, these two bicker the most, I feel, so far. Also, yes, hello, that is... that's our mail! Oh, it's from Ferris. Doth thou desire chaos, Nya? I suppose these two also kind of, well... I feel like the bicker is a little bit one-sided. I don't know, Ferris is Ferris. I don't know. Nya, you know?
会いたくても会えないからさ。
But like, she's kind of sus. I don't know how to feel about Suzuha. I like her, but like,
どういう意味だ
like what?
まさか想像上の存在か
I don't know. They have something.
死んだから。何年も前に。
That's why the music stopped. Okay. Okay.
すまなかった
Hmm.
いいのいいの。
And we're back.
まあそんなわけで、私の持ってる情報、そんなに大したことないわけ。むしろ私の方が教えてもらいたいぐらいだよ。
No, they don't really know anything about the human is dead, not yet. Also, dude, that is like the same. I can't even say that that's like Whiplash. I mean, it is, but like, I can't even say it's crazy because I literally was just like swiping TikTok the other day and I saw one of someone doing like a get ready with me and he was just like, so yeah, my dad is dead. And then he just like keeps going and then he just start, you know, and it's like, huh? And it's just like, yeah, so this is all the stuff that I, you know, about like living without a dad. It's like, first 5 seconds of the video? Yeah, it's like, but like the way it was like, just the way bro said it was like, to anyone that sees the video, it's like crazy out-of-pocket bomb drop, but you know, bro just said it in like 5 seconds, kind of like, it's just, yeah. So like, Suzuha, Loki just did the same thing, except we don't know who's dead. But I would assume a family member, but like, I don't know, it just makes me think of that, where it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, I guess at least you're, you know, you're chill about it, but... Alrighty, you know? Suzuha pats me on the shoulders. Funny, you'd think I'm the one who's supposed to cheer her up. My parents are dead, then makes this... Yeah, exactly! I mean, to be fair, that's just her default, you know? She's built like that. Bless her. See, that really... That specific, the little cat face, that's actually what we should have known is the second that she showed up. That something would be afoot. Just then, Mr. Braun opens the door and makes his appearance. Oh, so he is in. Okay.
おいバイトまだ3日目なのに遅刻してんじゃね
I mean, she was here. I'm just causing issues.
ああ、店長。ごめん、ちょっと朝から立て込んでてさ。
え真面目にやらねえならいつでもクビにするからな岡部もうちのバイトに手つけようとしてんじゃねえぞ
浴場しているのはあなたではないのかミスター・ブラウン
お前もしナエがいる前でそういうこと言ってみろマジで殺すからな父親としての沽券に関わるさまさまそんなしょんべんくせえガキに浴場なんかするかよ
何を？店長、今の取り消して。
Suzuha is actually mad now.
なんだよ、怒ったのか？
What? You mad?
私はガキじゃない。一人前の戦士だよ。
Okay. Okay.
あ、お前何言ってんだ？
Suzuha's burning passion is the manager shocked. I, on the other hand, am impressed. On impulse, I take Sorry, she broke me. Suzuha's hand and grasp it firmly.
いい目をしているな、バイト戦士。現代人
Part-time
野
warrior!
獣さながらのギラギラした輝きがある。
They shine with the radiance of the beast unseen in modern men.
その目を忘れるな。そうすればお前は必ずやバイト戦士から真の戦士へとクラスチェンジできるだろう。
っていうか、私はもう戦士なんだってば。
セルンとラグナロックの暁には共に戦おうではないか。それまで精進するがいい。
Maybe we did get hit by Truck Kun. In Norse mythology, the final war of the gods, Twilight of the Gods.
ラグナロック？
Suzuha looks confused.
何それ？
セルン最終決戦だ。
そんなの起きる予定があるの？あるならぜひ参加するけど、聞いたことないな。
Oh, okay. Interesting.
当たり前だ。今初めて明かしたのだからな。ラグナロックは俺が起こす。世界を作り変えるためにだ。
Oh my god, Shooter Q, hello! I've had the anime of this on my watch list for half of my life. That is a big mood. And so you should. So far from the little bit that I have played, I think the anime is going to be phenomenal. Y'all missing out. Listen, Aya, we've been through this. I gotta play it first. How goes the gamers? It's going not too bad. How have you been?
おー、岡部倫太郎ってば勇ましいじゃん。どうせ失敗するだろうけど、その心意気は好きだよ。
I'm telling you, these two are like, how is this still the same conversation as earlier? It cracks me up, but I'm so into it.
私の仲間も君ぐらい気概があればよかったんだけどな。
Apparently, Suzuha has comrades. I'd like her to introduce me. That way, I can form my personal army, the Phoenix Crusaders. Wait a sec. Why does she assume I'll fail at Ragnarok? Looks like I need to instill the fear of Hylian Kyoma into this girl. I messed up because I actually can't even say what I did because of spoilers, but I watched something incorrectly. Oh. Yeah, that is very fair. It happens. It happens. I feel like this is one of those things that you don't want to mess it up, but I mean, I suppose as long as you get there at the end, that's the important bit.
なんでうちの店の周りには変なやつばっか集まってくんだよ。ったく。アルバイト、いいからさっさと店に入れ。
Yes,
じゃあね、
go
岡部倫太郎。
to your job, but thank you for this slightly mysterious conversation. Mysterious, but also whimsical. Suzuha waves and winks at me as she heads into the store.
おかり
Oh,
待って
hey.
待って
I thought she had things to do. Then Mayuri comes down the stairs, passing Suzuha.
やはり一緒に探す気になったか？いいラボメン精神だ。
Or she just wants to, you know, walk some of the way.
あ、ううん違うよ。お昼ご飯を買ってこようかと思って。
I'm pretty much reset. It's been years. I've got everything set up on my iPad and ready to watch offline. Just need to not have the life for a bit. Ah, okay. I get you. Yeah, it's... Bro, it's hard. I can't even lie. Like... I feel like I'm somewhat... I've been in a bit of an anime mood recently. More so again. And it's like, there's so many things that I want to watch, but then also today I was just like, what if I rewatch Haikyuu? What if I do that? Even it doesn't help that on freaking Friday I was at work and I was just like standing there and be like, man, I miss Ippo. What if I rewatch that? Yet there's like a billion things I wanna... Okay, but see, with Haikyuu, I never finished season 4, I think? So, technically, part of it would be new. I never finished it. But like, I'm just... Okay, no, that is completely different. Grey's Anatomy never ends. Grey's Anatomy should have died like 10 years ago. They don't even got the Greys in Grey's Anatomy anymore. That's crazy. She's watched it through like 7 times. That's insane. I did so much childhood rewatching so I could finally finish. Oh, I've never seen that. That is something actually I should watch. Oh, dude, Ippo's so good. I watched it like 10 years ago. Sometimes you just... Well, actually, no, I guess it'd be more than 10 years ago now, but... I don't know, man. It's one of those shows where it's like, man... Surely it's been long enough that I could just put that on and, like... not remember a lot of it, so it'd be fine. I can't say much because a lot of my comfort shows are like The Haunting of Hill House. But then again, that's also only like 8 episodes or something. You know. That's but it is a horror show. You gotta text me. I did all the English. I did all the original English this past year, and I'm on digital and Japanese now. Ooh. Yes. Oh. Bro, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I just... It doesn't help that I also put on a lot of horror video games, like as I'm falling to sleep. Do I play them? No. Do I watch them? Ah, I love it. But yes, you should. Oh, dude. JJK this season was great. Big recommend. I fell off My Hero, though. I don't even know where I fell off, but... I will eventually become... I'll tap back in eventually, because I'm like, you know, one of those things where it's like, I gotta finish it at some point, but... I don't know, I'm feeling... Despite the fact that I have a billion things I want to watch, I am feeling like low-key like that I want to watch a sports anime. Okay, yeah, I don't think I've heard the English cast because I'm pretty sure I watched it in Japanese.
だ
He really is a glutton. It's not even lunchtime yet. It's not, but it's supper time soon. Were it not for the fact that I got a snack.
どこで買うつもりだ
I find horror movies more digestible than games, but games are more fun. The games scare me more. Yeah, no, it's definitely the immersion. Absolutely. It's okay. For like, however many years, every October there would be like a Mike Flanagan Netflix show that would be a horror show. And then the past couple years, like, I think his, what is it? You know, however many years they hired him to, like, make shows for them expired. But now I think he's doing Carrie and he's doing The Mist. So, he's got a bunch of things. I think there is something coming out this year, so I'll be excited. Oh, and yeah, I don't actually know what the, like, I know I've seen clips of the anime for this, but the colors and just, like, especially for, like, the main girl, like, I mean, they kind of all are, but, like, you know, freaking Jane Steins Gate, you know, the redhead, I still can't get over her tie, the red in it. Like, we haven't seen her today, because she's off doing something. But, I don't know, man, that color just sticks out, but, like, in the best way. It looks great.
どうしようかな。
The game is fantastic vibes. Mayuri places her finger on her bottom lip in thought as she walks.
サンボの牛丼もいいな。
Yo, finally getting beef bowl? This tiny high school girl truly has guts to enter Sambo alone. That place isn't like the chain restaurants with their colorful menus and brightly lit interiors. First-timers are often cowed by the old-school atmosphere. Plus, the clientele is almost exclusively male. But Mayuri doesn't care. She just sits there, shoulder to shoulder with students and salarymen, smiling as she eats her beef bowl. Girl just wants beef bowl. I love that for her. Meanwhile, the Sambist's regular Sambo customers are posting comments online like, "The goddess has arrived," or "Goddess for the win!"
だが3部はこの時間だとまだ開店していないぞ
You're asking the real questions, I can't lie. That sounds great. I try to warn her, but Mayuri is no longer there. Mayuri is not taking messages. It's beef bowl time. She's gone. Mayuri disappears like this every so often. And each time she does, I wonder for one terrible second if she really has vanished from the world. Oh! I don't know if you should wonder that. In this... I fear that... I look around and see Mayuri standing at a distance. She's gazing up at the sky through the buildings. Nothing bad better happen to Mayuri or I'll be fighting. She's just a sweet little bean. Here we go again. She stopped in the middle of the street so other pedestrians look at her, wondering what she's doing. But she doesn't notice their stares. She slowly reaches out to the sky as if entranced. And then she freezes in that position. This is one of Mayuri's habits. I call it Stardust Handshake. Mayuri says that she's liked looking at the night sky ever since she was little. Her reason is romantic, or perhaps childish.
星に届かないかなって思って。
That's cute. When I asked her about it one day, she just smiled and gave that answer. At first, she only reached out the night sky, but lately she's been doing it without regard to the time of day. Like now, even when she's walking and talking with someone, something inside her just seems to switch on. Honestly, it's a little crazy.
星なんて見えないだろ
I walk up to Mayuri and call out to her. She slowly lowers her hand with a blank smile on her face.
あのね、お昼でもお星様はそこにあるんだよ。
哲学的なことを言うのは結構だが、道のど真ん中で立ち止まるのは危ないだろうが。
そうだね。そうそう、今空を見てて思ったんだけどね、マユシーは今日のお昼はラーメンにします。
Oh, Robin. This is just... I had a snack. But this is just gonna make me hungrier. How are ramen and stars even related? Mayuri's mind works in mysterious ways. Nah, she might be onto something, bro. But for real though, if anything happens to her, I will in fact be fighting. I know I said I'd search for the IBN 5100, but I have no idea where to start. I spent about an hour in an internet cafe searching for information, but turned up nothing. I buy some mango juice with tapioca from a juice stand inside Yodobashi. I lose myself in thought as I drink it. It's Saturday, so it's starting to get crowded in front of the station. Some maids are distributing leaflets to the people coming out. I know Daru's well acquainted with retro PCs, but is there anyone else? Oh yeah, I was gonna say! Why has he not contacted her yet? Although I suppose she wanted to know about Daru first, but like... Bro, you gotta lock in. Y'all are looking for the same old PC. You're on the same side right now, technically. I'm really reluctant to contact that male demon. Well... Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. But ultimately, my feelings are trivial. Ragnarok hangs in the balance. I'm glad that's becoming a thing. I decide not to bother. I finish my drink and wander towards Chuadori. I can't wait for her to just be around here anyway. Or if that's her there. Then comes an email, almost as if on cue. Don't tell me. Is it the male demon? Incredible. Will you get back to me already? It's like she can read my mind. I instinctively scan the area, searching for that gloomy woman in the crowd. No sign of her tailing me. Oh well, I guess I'll send her a reply. Finally, bro. I don't know Shining Finger's phone number, so I'll just send her an email for the time being. In the email, I ask her to call and include my phone number. We know that she doesn't like phone calls, but, you know, it's dire, as they say. Now I just have to wait for a response. And there it is. That's a quick reply. Dude, are you sure? It won't let me freaking look down, but under those ones from Mayuri, there's like 5 or something back to back all from her. But I asked her to call, so why did she reply by email? Wait, she wants it by email? You finally contacted me. I don't like talking on the phone, so let's exchange emails instead, please. Of course, bro, she already said that. There's a lot to cover, I'd rather not have to type it all out. Yo, rest in peace for this guy that... I mean, obviously with this type of phone, but my brain was like... When did voice memos start being a thing? Because I know that, like... I guess that's a thing that people do now. They'll just, like... make a voice memo and then send it to their friend. That way they, you know, they don't have to, like... text or whatever, or call. They'll just be like, yeah, here's what I want to yap about. Please listen. That really would have worked out for the boy here. Not gonna lie. Give me your phone number along with any information you have on the IBN 5100. And send. I look up after finishing my email and see a huge crowd of people in front of Radicon. I guess the satellite is still a big deal. The media presence hasn't died down since the day of the crash either. Radicon is still closed. And of course the satellite is still there. We haven't seen that for a while. Although I guess they have been just very locked in on the experiments and then the hacking. Not 30 seconds pass before I get a reply. Ah! Finally! Where have you been? Or as I am about to look down and read the email, I catch sight of a familiar face in the crowd.
Oh.
Risu.
助手か。ここで何をしている？
あのな、私がいつ助手になった？
She looks like she'll snap at me, so to dampen her spirit, I go back to checking my email. I don't have anything. How about you? What is wrong with this woman? I told her to tell me her phone number and she just ignored me. And she doesn't even have any information. How useless can you be?
なんで私、あんたに睨まれてるわけ？
気にするな。イライラしているのはお前が原因ではない。
八つ当たりか。睨まないでよ。
So you're just raging?
お前だって以前、俺のことを何度も睨んだだろう。
それはあんたが変態行為を。何も言うまい。
Another one? Tell me the super hacker's address. I want to snap my phone in half and throw it on the ground. What do you mean, tell me the super hacker's address? You making fun of me with that musical note? You're not getting anything from me. Anyway, why does she need to send me 2 short consecutive emails? I mean, you might as well just combine them into one.
そんなに嫌なメールが来たの？
嫌というより常識外れなのだ。
I can't quite describe it in one word. Stop sending me all these short emails. I'm begging you, just gather your thoughts and send everything together. I feel a little satisfied after sending that email. I turn to Kurisu again.
それで、クリスティーナ、ここで何をしている？
せめて呼び名ぐらい統一してほしいわけだが。私が何してたって別にいいでしょ。
But it could.
なんだ？何を責めている？
拗ねてない。ただ、できればあんたとはもう関わり合いになりたくなかっただけ。
Ah.
何をバカな。お前はすでにラボメンなのだぞ。ラブの利益のために働いてもらわないと困る。
Aya has to have that combo with her little sister about sending 51 one-word messages on Discord instead of just one message. Oh dear. Oh boy. That's... Yeah? I'm so sorry. That's rough. What? Why even? You know? Well, she is only a temporary member. No, it's because she's a temporary member that we need to get as much out of her as we can. Okay, so also, does this mean that the reason that she's been gone, did she just, like, lock in, but then when all the research, like, the tests after, nothing came up again, that she was like, ah, it was the fluke or something? That... Okay. I'm gonna take that as a yes. Harisu sighs and looks up at the satellite. We're not alone. Several other people are standing here and looking up. It's Akiba's latest tourist attraction.
人工衛星を見に来たのか?
Did you come to see the satellite?
まあね。信じられない。
It's like never-ending messages.
人工衛星
Oh.
って普通大気圏で燃え尽きるように軌道を計算して落とされるのに、そこまで完全な形で残ってるなんて。
I fear I would lose it. And that's to say nothing about a huge hole it punched in the building. Or the difference between how the first one in the potentially different world line was was just sitting there, and then this one punched a hole. Are satellites that durable?
そもそもあれはどこの人工衛星だったのだ?
まだ分かってないって。旧ソ連のものかもって噂だけど、ロシアは否定してる。おかげで撤去しようにもできないらしい。
3 days have passed and it's still unknown. How interesting. I smell a conspiracy.
そうか。あれも機関の差し金だったのだ。あの時ラジカンにいたこの俺を抹殺するためのな。
機関？何それ？
機関は機関だ。正式名称は別にあるが、その存在を知る者は全員イフの感情を込めて機関とだけ呼ぶ。世界を影から操る国家を超越した秘密機関である。政治、経済、宗教、すべてを掌握しているのだ。
どう見ても陰謀論です。本当にあり。
Thank you very much. This phrase is commonly used on the internet as a way of punctuating a statement. It originates from a story posted on @channel in which a man tries to pass his bodily fluids off as a popular soft drink. It was obviously blank. Thank you very much. Oh boy. Harisu hangs her head and blushes for some reason. You know, I really hope that one isn't real. But I have my doubts. I don't feel good about that one. Risu hangs her head and blushes for some reason.
どうかしたか?
どうもしてない。ほんとなんでもないから。それ以上追求したら叩くわよ。
Crazy girl. Wait a minute. What did...
それより例の電話レンジはどうなった？
何をそんなに興奮しているのだ? ちなみに電話レンジではなく電話レンジ過去仮であって
Bye, Aya. Enjoy company.
いいから答えなさい。どうなったの？
The way they haven't learned anything because they freaking locked in on something else.
進展はない。実験を繰り返してみたが、今のところあの放電現象および過去へ遡るメールは一度も再現できていない。
そう。
Another email. Oh god, I forgot. Damn you, shining finger. I said not to send so many short emails, but she doesn't seem to get it. I can't handle this male demon. Let's save checking the email for later. Oh, okay. But when I can't, it won't let me either.
偉そうだけど最低限のマナーは知ってるみたいね。
何のことだ？
人と話してる時に携帯をいじり出す人って私嫌いだから。
God, she's so real for that.
そうか。だからお前、初めて会った時、俺から強引に携帯を奪ったのだな。
初めて会った時そんなことしてない。
Ooh.
しただろう。俺が定時報告をしている時に、お前は俺の手から。
Phone out of my hand. I shut my mouth before I finish. The events at Radicon. My story of what happened back then doesn't mesh with Daru's story. It didn't mesh with my Yuri's, and now it won't mesh with Karisu's. So in the end, was that a dream? A hallucination?
何？定時報告って何のこと？
いや、なんでもない。それで、電話レンジカッコ仮の話だったな。お前はあの実験の後、タイムマシンなど嘘だ、などと悲痛な叫びを上げていた。過去のトラウマでも思い出したか？
おいこら、勝手に私にトラウマ設定をつけるな。
そう。あれはまだ5歳の頃。クリスティーナはアーカンソー州の草原で雷に。
撃たれとらんわ。5歳の頃はまだバリバリ日本在住よ。っていうかなんでアーカ
Can't
ンソ
believe she was hit
ー
by lightning. That's crazy.
のどかな風景を思い浮かべた時、最初に浮かんだ州の名はアーカンソーであり、次に浮かんだのがオレゴンだった。
そこはユタじゃない？相対的に見てユタの方がぽくない？
Girl, you're speaking words to me right now. I don't freaking know.
では答えよクリスティーナ。なぜあの時嘘だと言った？
別に確信があって言ったわけじゃない。単に信じたくなかっただけってロジックよ。とんでも科学は小説や映画の中だけで十分だわ。
とんでも科学だと？何をバカな。
Yo, Fringe, another great show that I sometimes want to watch again, but there's like one episode that I don't think I could handle, so we will not. But like maybe I don't think I'm strong enough though. Really
お
sad.
前もはっきり見たはず
And
だ。
it'll just be worse now.
メールが過去へと飛んだあの現象を、バナナが瞬間移動したその瞬間を。
Banana, you're traveling instantly through space again.
見たけど何かの間違いのはず。あるいは私たちが都合のいい解釈をしてるだけ。 ATF で言わなかった？タイムマシンは今の技術では夢物語よ。ましてやあんたたちみたいなお遊びサークルは電話と電子レンジをくっつけただけのガラクタでタイムトラベルを起こせるわけがない。
だが実際に起きた。お前は自分自身の目で見たことを否定するのか？現実よりも
I like how they're
理論
having
こ
this
そが正しいというの
conversation
か？
right now,
ならば一
and I
生
still think that
詭弁を弄して言葉
freaking
遊びを
satellite
して
is
い
a
るがい
time
い。
machine, and it's just like above them. It's like, yeah, time travel. Time machines aren't real. Nah, bruh.
言葉遊びってどういうこと？
量子論など俺からしてみれば言葉遊びにしか見えないということだ。
ちょっとあんたね、現代物理学を否定する気？何様？
現象に対して素直になれ。起きたことが全てであり、起きていないこと、観測できていないことは全て仮説でしかない。
仮説を積み上げて理論が証明されたとき、それは本物になる。そうやって現代物理学は宇宙すべての真実を理解するの。
だが仮説が間違っている場合もある。かのアインシュタインでさえ間違えたことがあるのだ。
間違いかもしれないからやらないの？だったらあんたは一生あの小汚いビルに引きこもって王様を気取っていなさい。そんなことじゃ真実には絶対たどり着けない。失敗は成功のもとよ。
なるほど、いい反論だな。
あくまで上から目線なのな。
ところでクリスティーナよ、俺は常々感じていた。物理学者には矛盾がある。
矛盾？
現実に起きていて誰もが知っているが未だ解明されておらず、物理学者も手をつけようとしない現象というものは確かに存在する。それについてはどう思う？
例を挙げてもらわないとわからない。
例えば幽霊。
オカルトかよ。
オカルトだからといって思考停止か？それはお前がたった今言ったことと矛盾するぞ。そんなことじゃ真実には絶対たどり着けない。幽霊を見る人間は確かに存在する。映像としても証拠が存在している。にもかかわらずなぜ他の仮説をこねくり回し続けていられるのだ？
先行が違うわ。
解明されていない現象に先行もクソもあるまい。
そうだけど。
というわけで過去へメールを送る現象もきちんと検証すべきだ。助手も力を貸すがいい。
嫌よ。
Harisu gives me a clear-cut answer, along with her usual glare. But the genius girl really does hate me.
私はとんでも科学には手は出さない。父と同じ失敗は犯さない。
Oh! Interesting. What do you mean by this?
あんたの考えは口だけは立派だけど学会じゃ通用しない。タイムトラベル理論を研究してるなんて言った日には干されるのがオチよ。
なぜそう言い切れる？
私の父がそうだった。
Harisu grimaces.
物理学者の父はタイムマシンが大好きだった。ウェールズのタイムマシンに魅了されて本気で研究していたわ。でもそれにこだわりすぎたせいで学会からは追放に近い扱いを受けた。
Interesting.
そんな父を見てきたから私はタイムトラベル研究には関わりたくないの。
For a second, I thought it was gonna just be, I will never get involved with time travel. I was gonna be like, girl, I think it already happened accidentally. I can't prove it. Or what. But something happened. But interesting. This time, her sheer force of will gives me pause. I think she's really pissed. I may have stepped on a landmine here. What do I do? If I get her any angrier, she might seriously hit me. Let's calm her down a little. Yeah, let's do that. What should I say?
ごめん。感情的になって。
I want to know more about her dad. She apologizes first. Christina's calm character saves me.
気にすることはない。今のはお
Bruh!
前の資質を試すためあえて怒らせたのだからな。
She could hit you and it would be fine.
とにかく電話レンジはタイムマシンなんかじゃない。メールの送受信は人の手で作られたシステムなんだから、そのシステムの範囲内で現象を説明できるはず。
助手の考えは分かった。そこまでタイムマシンを嫌っているとはな。お前の反応はアレルギーに近い。 無理にラボ面に誘って迷惑をかけたな。もう二度と来なくていい。
言われなくても来ない。
だがこれだけは伝えておく。クリスティーナよ。
クリスティーナって言うの？
ラボ面ナンバー004は永久欠番としておく。この番号は
Aww.
ずっとお前のものだ。
Heck yeah, I love that. I finish my speech and turn my back to Kurisu. I won't look back. I walk away slowly with my eyes closed. Kinda hard to walk like this. Hope I don't bump into anyone. Wait, am I even walking straight?
何かっこつけてんのよ。
My shoulders suddenly pulled from behind. I brace myself so I don't fall backwards.
何をする。俺によるささやかな演出、後腐れのない別れのシーンを台無しにするとは。貴様それでも俺の助手か。
だから助手じゃないと言ったろうが。それにこっちにはまだ話があんのよ。
Oh? Damn it, her stubbornness has already returned.
この前は聞けなかったけど、私が刺されたってあんた言ってたわよね。それについての説明を要請する。
Well, you were kind of dead. Ah, yes, the other real-life phenomenon that is yet to be explained.
あれは俺が見た幻だ。
Let's just leave it at that for now.
なんであんたの夢に私が出てくるの？
そんなことは知らん。それと夢ではなく幻だ。
ドクター中鉢がどうとか言ってたけど、それは？
あの日ラジカンでドクター中鉢がタイムマシンの発表会をしていた。
発表会は中止になった。人工衛星が落ちたから。
そういうことになっているようだな。だが俺が見た幻では無事開催された。俺はそれをマユリと一緒に見に行ってお前に声をかけられたのだ。
I don't know if that's what happened. But nice try.
私はナンパなんてしない。ましてやあんたみたいなバカに声はかけない。
だから幻だったと言っているだろう。いや、あるいは幻なのはこちらの世界なのかもな。だとしたら電話レンジカッコ仮の謎も解決だ。幻ならば物理法則を無視したことも起こり得る。
現実逃避？意外とチキンね。
That's pretty
仮説を
good.
提示したのだよ。
She got him with that.
物理学者お得意のな。
それで私は誰に刺されたの？もしかしてあんた？
I recall the sight of Kurisu collapsed in a puddle of blood. It sent shivers down my spine. Was that really just a hallucination? It was too real. I can clearly remember the smell of blood.
俺が駆けつけた時にはすでにお前は血まみれで倒れていた。犯人は見なかった。
わからないな。なんで私が幻でとはいえ殺されなくちゃいけないのよ。恨みでもあるの？
全くない。その時点では俺とお前は一度だけ話したことがある程度のただの通りすがりの他人だった。
Well, that one time we talked was during the events I imagined, so strictly speaking, at that point in time, all I knew about her was from what I'd read in a magazine.
とにかく接点などほとんどなかった。故に俺はお前の死体を見た後119番に通報することなくその場を後にしたのだ。
白状者。
何を望んでいる？過去に戻ってお前の死体を丁重に扱えと？そのためには電話レンジカッコ仮を使えるようにしなければな。
I don't think CPR would help, but touche.
もういいわ。今後そんな幻見ないで。他人の夢の中とはいえ自分が殺されてると思ったらいい気分はしない。
保証はできないな。それを実行するためには24時間完璧に俺の脳内を監視しなければならない。
本当にあんたってああ言えばこう言うわね。
Karisu shakes her head in exasperation, then turns and walks off towards the station. Looks like she wants to end the conversation. In revenge for last time, I grabbed Karisu's slender shoulder from behind.
何よ。
俺の話は終わっていない。
喧嘩売ってるだろ。
別れのシーンを台無しにしたお返しだクリスティーナ。己の軽率な行動を恨むのだな。
It was kind of a good farewell scene, I can't lie. It was stupid, but it was pretty good.
はいはい、わかりました。で、何よ。
IBN5100 の件だ。
Ah, yes, the real reason we freaking showed up here.
剣だとか言われても知らないわよ。何なの？
いや、知らないのならばいい。さらばだ。もう二度と会うこともないだろう。
Somehow I don't believe that. But sure. I turn my back to Karisu. This time, I'll make a perfect...
言いかけたままやめないで。気持ち悪いでしょ。
They're so dumb, dude. She grabs my arm. Damn it, this is the second time!
IBN5000 何？
IBN5100 1975年発売のレトロ PC だ。今探している。
何に使うつもり？
Looks like she's interested. She was the same way when she came to the lab. I guess this girl is just brimming with curiosity.
気になるか？
Karisu quickly averts her eyes. But she doesn't let go of my arm.
気になるのだな。
少しだけよ。
ならば答えよう。IBN5100 はセルンの秘密につながっている。
セルン？あのセルン？
いかにも。そして我がラボが総力を挙げて調べたところによれば、セルンはタイムトラベルについて研究している痕跡がある。
I'm surprised he's just straight up saying everything. I mean, I guess she was technically a lab man, but still. In public, no less. Come, be astonished.
バカみたい。聞いて損した。
Oh my god. Almost choked. That was funny. Karisu gives me a cold glare, then lets go and starts walking away. This time she's gone for good. Damn you. Just you watch. I will expose certain secrets if that's the last thing I do. That was good. Oh, that was good. Okay. We're at the next day, but I'm gonna save here. Because while I would like to keep playing, I got a freaking text from my dad where I gotta go back to the barn and do something. And also, I should eat. So, we'll hit with the double save because I have a problem. Let me get back to the title menu. Alright. Well. A lot happened today. I can't lie. Much to think about. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what happens next, so I guess for now I'm gonna head out, but I will be back tomorrow and we'll do some more chapter 2. So thanks for watching and I will catch y'all later. Goodbye.